I got to ask you the other show that you're on. You know, you're on another show, right?
What's that?
You're on, the casting couch, bro. You know that, right? You're on the casting couch over here on OnlyFans, bro. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Combat Deviants here on Belly Up Sports. I'm Evil Eddie, that's Stephen Reichel, and we are ready for episode, I believe, number 11 with some very special guests joining us. We got BKFC 33 going on right now, where we previously interviewed the main event and Joey Beltran, also going up against Houston Alexander, where we actually had them come face to face for the first time. You guys got to go check that out. Subscribe down below here on YouTube for Belly Up Sports and over at Combat Deviants on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, all that good stuff. You know how it goes, guys. We got a lined up show tonight, thanks to Steve. Once again, always pulling through for us, man. I mean, when I was doing the show by myself, it's so hard to pull guests in. Steve's got the magic fingers. You know the 50 Cent song? I got the magic stick. No, think once, no, think twice. Steve's got the magic Twitter fingers over there, and we're able to get.
I don't know. I don't think I've booked a guest off of Twitter in some time.
Well, Steve, honestly, bro, we're bringing in a guest that was just on Joe Rogan, man. So this is a big night for us. If you guys are guests, like wondering who you're brought on,
we're talking to some old friends tonight. You know what I mean?
Joe Rogan Experience, former guest Eryk Anders, and also bare knuckle boxing championships, Tom Shoaff, who is headlining BKFC's 34 coming up just a couple of what?
Tell me you were thinking of Last Dragon Shoaff when you first seen Tom's last name.
So I immediately messaged you. I was like, every time I see this guy fight, he's been killing it. I just think of Shoaff, right? Tom Shoaff. That's what I think of. And if you guys saw the intro that I made, it's a video game. This guy belongs in a video game. He's got the curly mustache. You got Eryk Anders as well, who was Steve what? Where was he? Roll Tide.
For the recent newbie junkies of the karate sensation that is now Cobra Kai. Eryk Anders did make a slight cameo on there for this past season. So, you know, if you don't know who Eryk is, go check that out. After you go check him out tonight, you know, make sure you go ahead over to the Joe Rogan Experience to take a little peek into what they talked about when he was on the recent episode. Eryk's full of fun, man. He's a former Crimson Tide, former Alabama football player. So we're you know, obviously he's in the UFC. He's gonna be fighting December 3rd for this upcoming fight night. And he's got a tough one against Kyle Daukas. You know, I got some Philly love there. You know what I mean?
So,
you know,
all right, Steve, I'm on your side for this with the Philly love, because for Chris Daukas in his last fight, I thought he would do very well against Curtis Blades, but they really threw him to the wolves there on this one. And once again,
can you really say thrown to the wolves anymore at heavyweight? I mean, I think it's pretty even keel. There's no like super upper tier where you can't be reached. Like if you've really seen,
well, if you throw him to a guy that's only really lost,
go look at the heavyweight division now and go look where it was 5 years ago. You could sit there and say like that there's a clear there's no thrown to the wolves anymore. These guys have earned their spots there. There's not like thrown to the wolves, you know. And Daukas earned his stripes. You know,
he did.
Not just through
knocking everyone out.
Ranks, man. He's a Philly cop, man. Give that guy a break. He was the dispersing law here on the lawless streets of Philadelphia. Stop it, guys.
During some tough times. Well, also
you can't throw Chris to the wolves, man. I'm sorry.
Also,
I
man,
will disagree with you there.
The UFC put up an amazing highlight video for Chris as well, which was amazing. But now he also has to face Eryk Anders. Now, Steve, if you know what happens,
Kyle, man, this is Kyle, not Chris. This is Kyle now. This is little brother at middleweight. You know.
Oh, okay. All right, so I got it all mixed up.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
if
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
mixing
yeah.
this
See,
all up,
like
the fans
that's
are
what it is,
mixing
dude. But you have to remember, like you know, Kyle's is one of the guys. He's been in kind of his brother's shadow almost the whole time. If you think about it. So I'm really looking forward for him to see how he does in one of these situations. Absolutely love Eryk Anders. Always got massive love for him. But this is a big.
This is a middleweight. His brother fights at heavyweight.
Eryk's almost in this situation where he's always getting good fights, good matchups, good names. He's had his fair shares of ups and downs. And Kyle's kind of one of these guys. He's trying to break through that plateau to kind of get into that top tier into that middleweight division. So it's really interesting to see how everything plays out December 3rd between both Mr. Anders and Mr. Daukas. I'm really excited for that fight. It should be really fun.
I've actually interviewed Eryk a couple times. He's fought Lyoto Machida. He's fought Elias Diodoro. He's fought Diego Santos, man. He's been there, done that.
Like
what
I said,
an amazing story. I can't wait to talk to him.
Almost everyone at middleweight, man.
So you guys got to look forward to that. Also, BKFC 34's headliner as well coming up, Tom Shoaff. But Steve, we're just getting off a huge
Gentleman of Violence will be joining us, man. The Gentleman of Violence.
Yeah, I cannot wait for that one because I got some stuff to pick with them, man. I got some stuff to pick with them. I mean, real dapper gentleman right here. Look at that photo with the mustache.
Yeah,
he's got it going on there. But listen, last weekend we had something special go down. A new champion is now reigning.
And
that's not named Israel.
I'm gonna stop everyone right now. Stop. Mark it down right here, everyone. Eddie is an absolute fool, an idiot, a mark, whatever you want to call him. On this show, he goes on there not even on this show, on several shows leading up to the Israel Adesanya Alex Pereira fight. He was sitting there. And he was one of the few people sitting there. Was like, you know what? I got Alex all the way. I can't pay my rent. This stupid mofo goes around having a conversation. He's the guy who should we be betting tonight? I'm like, if anything, like you should go with what your gut says, man. That's where the money's at right now. Right?
That.
We'll go bet Alex to win this fight in the late rounds. And he does. All right, I'll do that. Goes on one of the free sites, not the betting sites, just like one of the fantasy sites, and does it there, and totally forgets to bet the fight. And what happens?
Told you I was doing it right then and there.
The world with a late round stoppage, and literally I called him, and he was like crying because he didn't place the damn bet.
that's a true story.
So absolute fail, loser of the week, flag, red flag, whatever you want to call it. Anyone who comes across this one, make sure if you ever come across Eddie in real time, you absolutely shame him for this every time. Do not ever let him forget this, fans, the world, everyone. Do not ever let Eddie forget it.
See, that's another situation like with the Luke Rockhold Bisping thing, Steve. I almost bet on Bisping to win that. I went on my show. I done interviews saying Bisping's going to win this. Everyone shamed me. Bisping wins it. And you know what? This one actually really made me sad because recently I've been getting a lot of fights correct. And this one, man, for it to go down the last fucking round, boom. That's a huge amount of money in my pocket that I don't have. So I'm going to start making my predictions on the show. That's what everybody wants. The big question here, though, Steve, is will there be a rematch between Israel Adesanya and Alex Pereira? That's what everyone wants to know. And if you want to know what my take is here for this one, I have to say, Charles Oliveira doesn't get a rematch. He was a reigning champion. Is Alex Pereira, are they going to move on with him? Who else is there that he can fight in that side, in that inside of that division? You know, Israel Adesanya had an interview this week in the post-fight press conference. He was saying, I don't care if he goes on and fights again and doesn't have the belt. I want that to be my next fight coming up. So, Steve, what do you think will go down here? Will the UFC push forward We got the Gentleman of Violence joining us right now as well.
Here.
So let me play.
Yeah,
should we bring him in before?
Well, we'll bring him in and do it, dude.
Bring him in and then do it. All right.
Yeah.
All right, we got our first guest of the night, Tom Shoaff, and we actually have BKFC 33 going down right now, so I really appreciate you joining us here with the mustache all suited up and everything, dog.
Ready to go. And just got done sparring, doing some work up here at the gym, and glad to jump on. What's going on, guys?
Well, what's going on right now?
We're going to have some fun, man. We're kicking it out tonight.
Nice. That sounds like a beautiful time.
Our guest from last week, we had Houston Alexander on, right? We're fighting right now. Houston Alexander, and we also got Beltran.
Mm-hmm.
But we had him on, Tom, at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to meet face to face.
Totally I still think that I'm gonna stop you right now. I still think the funniest thing about the whole thing is Houston thinking that
I was talking mad shit.
that Joey's nickname was the Mexicutionator, not the
Mexicutionator.
I couldn't, dude. I was just letting it run. I'm like, I'm gonna see where this goes.
That's perfect. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let people fucking swallow their tongue.
Are you someone that makes predictions though? I want to know like where you stand on this. These are two vets. And are you just one that's excited to watch it? Like
I probably won't even I might watch it, depends on when I get home. But I originally had
Wait, where are you right now? The OnlyFans studio? You about to make a video or something?
No, I'm at my gym. This is the office in my gym.
Oh,
so
all right.
Keep it nice and cozy, gotta make people comfortable. They asked me about that fight a couple of days ago, and at first, I got to be honest, I thought it was going to be Houston Alexander all the way. But then I saw weigh-ins, and I realized how much bigger Joey was than Houston. And I remember that who was that guy that he fought that came up from like 185 pounds? It doesn't matter. He lost the fight. Joey beat him, just smothered him. He was too big for him. So this is going to be one of those fights where hopefully Houston can catch him early and catch him quick. Like he did in his last fight, because if Joey's able to pull him into deep water, it's going to be a long night for Houston. So as far as predictions go, I'm going to assume Houston's going to catch him quick, but if that doesn't happen, then Joey by decision.
So I gotta say, man, for you to be in BKFC and be such a big star, everyone is so excited for you to fight. Why has it taken so long for us to see you? Because we got our boy here, Terry House. And Terry says, I wish bare knuckle fighting championship. Quick, hold it, Tom. Hostage.
Yeah.
None in his division can beat him. It was obvious after the last fight. Like my grandma used to say, turn him loose. How do you respond to this one here? Because we're all asking it.
Yeah, I love Terry. Terry's the best, and I don't think anybody could have said it better. They kept me on the shelf for a long time, but I don't think it was necessarily intentional. I think a lot of it was I was holding out for a fight that made sense for me. I've been with this organization for 4 years. I've put on 4 of the best fights that they've ever seen. And I'm undefeated at 155 pounds. I've got 3 finishes. And at the time that I got that 3rd finish, I was the only one in division with 3 finishes. So I was just kind of holding out for what I felt was the right fight. I wasn't going to just keep going out there and fighting newer fighters or debut fighters because I felt like I deserved more and I was worth more. So I was waiting for that. I was waiting for the opportunity to have the right fight. And, after a couple of months of negotiations and kind of going back and forth and, a little bit of shenanigans and we'll call it bullshit on both ends. We finally got squared away.
Combat sports negotiating.
Yeah, exactly. We had some long negotiations, but we got to figure it out. We got it squared away, man. And fortunately I can get another one in before the end of the year. So, for the title at that.
Your last couple of fights, man, against Chance, against Bruce, who I've actually interviewed before in the past. I don't know if you got to get to know him very well. Very interesting character. Against Josh Wright, man. Amazing fucking fight, dude. Amazing fucking fight. Every single one of these fucking fights, dude, have been one of my favorites in bare knuckle. You are one of the reasons all my boys hit me up, not on UFC night, but for bare knuckle boxing night. You are one of those fucking reasons, dude.
I'm glad to hear that, man. Thanks.
Straight up, dude. And everyone this week, they didn't care. I don't mean anything on tonight's event. They didn't care about BKFC 33. They cared about BKFC 34 because every time you've stepped in, they've seen the fights live, and then they show everyone the fucking highlights too. Dude, you have one of the best highlights everywhere on YouTube. So, you know, the Josh, like, which has been one of your favorites, man? Because, you know, even in the past, you know, the Mitchell fight, the Wright fight, you know, he was coming towards you. You come back with that fucking, the right fucking hand and just fucking drop him. And then he keeps coming until 35 seconds are left in the fight. And then you sit him down with your fucking hand. It's like, dude, absolute wars that you go in, and you're just so calm in there and you sit people down. What has been your favorite? Because it's really hard to decide.
You know, I got to be honest, even though I lost the fight, I think my favorite fight was against Joe Elmore. I really enjoyed fighting Julian. That was a fun experience for me, but he was just too big. You know, Julian he's a big, strong guy, and he wasn't 170 pounds when we got it. I mean, nobody's the weight that they weigh in at, but Julian was a lot bigger than I was going into that fight. And Joe was too, but, you know, I had some height on Joe. I had some reach on Joe. So that was a fun fight. As far as fights that I had the most fun at, or that I think were the most enjoyable for me, that was probably that one against Joe Elmore. Even though I lost it, you know, I think the only thing that I lost was,
dude, that was a fucking fight, bro.
Yeah, you know,
that's all that we remember.
Yeah,
I hope you know that.
The thing is, like, nobody.
We don't remember win or losses. We remember the fucking fight.
Exactly. They just remember it was a great fight, you know. So, and that's what I try to take away from it was, you know, there are things that I needed to fix in my game, and that's why I lost the fight. But it was a hell of a fight, and
it's weird that you say that though, because I'm a city boy. I grew up in the city, then I got to go see what it's like, you know, around Connecticut, and I've seen fights. Like real fights. I grew up in the studio at 7 years old doing radio interviews with Stone Cold Steve Austin, growing up in media, just obsessed with combat sports. I've seen fights that are fixed. I've seen fights in MMA, combat sports. I've been at the fights people don't even promote, the grappling tournaments. I know what people remember, and it's not always the wins and losses that really fucking count, dude. And represent that. You represent what we remember, and I hope you really do understand that.
Well, I appreciate that, man. You know, that's one of the things that I probably take most pride in is, I mean, everybody wants to win, obviously. You know, no fighters get into the fight game to be a loser. But one of the things that I really take pride in is that, you know, everybody enjoys watching me fight. I always come out and I always put on good shows. Even when I lose, even if I don't perform well, the fight is stellar and fantastic. You know,
well, you're on a 4-fight win streak, so come on here.
Well, yeah, well, I'm on a 3-fight win streak technically. And I mean, if you want to count Joe Elmore as a win, I'll take it.
Well, Tapology has you as 4. Tapology has you as 4 because we're counting the B2. We're counting B2 ground.
Oh, right. Okay, fair enough. All right,
so we're in there like that. We're writing reality here.
Yeah, I'm writing wins. You know, like I said, and I'm all for it. But yeah, you know, like at 155 pounds, man, I just feel so much better. You know, and that was my problem getting into the BKFC was I was under the impression because I wasn't grappling, then I wasn't going to have somebody laying on top of me, that I wasn't necessarily going to have to get down to a lower weight class or down to my natural weight, so to speak. And, you know, it's proven true that I need to be down at 155 pounds. And ever since I've made that jump, you know, it's been obvious that I belong there. I haven't had any issues as far as making weight. I haven't had any issues as far as my opponents are concerned. You know, I mean, I've had issues getting opponents, but as far as like getting through my opponents hasn't been a problem. You know, first fight ended in the first round, second fight, second round, third fight in the third round. My plan is to finish Luiz in the fourth. So, you know, I'm just going to keep the streak going and, you know, go from there.
And here's the thing: when and if you win that belt, I think BKFC needs to sit you and Mike Richmond down and have a nice little championship photo shoot off with the mustaches you two got.
We can definitely do that, man. I'm all for that. He just, people just got to keep in mind that he has a very different style mustache than I do. So this whole comparison thing can stop. I got a bow tie. He's got a whatever the fuck he's got, and we'll just fucking call it a damn day.
All right.
There's definitely a big difference between yours and Mike's. I would definitely say that
for sure.
What went into figuring out what kind of mustache you would rock? Because I'm all about style. I'm all about fashion, and I'm also all about
throw one out yourself there, Eddie.
I'm also about character as well. I think that's a big part in success. And I think that mustache is a big part of your character, as we see on the shirts everywhere, which I have to get to. I got to know what that green flavor is in a minute.
Green cupcake.
What went into the mustache? Because I'm going to get into that in a second. What went into the style of the mustache? Because your mustache is actually very difficult to grow. I've tried growing that specifically. You have to have a lot of testosterone to get it full like that. Are you taking supplements? Are you just smoking a lot of weed? What's the trick?
Mainly just the weed, man. No, so the story behind it is my buddy Eddie Wineland. He fights for the UFC, fought for the UFC. He's retired now. He started the Mustache Mafia. He grew this out probably 7 or 8 years ago. I want to say, maybe not that long ago, but it was a while ago. He grew it out, started the company a long time ago. Kind of fell off of it and then brought it back for himself right about the time I started fighting for bare knuckle. So once I started fighting for bare knuckle, he's like, look, man, he sent me the John L. Sullivan meme of him in his pajamas and like that. And he's like, look, you got to do it now. He's like, you just have to. I know you didn't want to grow a mustache before, but now you got to do it. And it just so happens that this is just how it grows, man. I don't, outside of like this. No, like honestly and truly, man, outside of doing this every now and again, like I don't pull it, I don't twist on it, this is just,
you're just how
that
it looks, guy. Man.
You're so that I got really lucky. I got really fortunate. And that's
Eddie,
really,
tell me he doesn't look like he's an extra from like Gangs of New York or something.
Dude, you are the butcher.
Say a lot. They say
Daniel Day-Lewis
butcher a lot. Yeah. So I'll take it, man. That's a bad motherfucker right there.
One of my favorite movies of all time. 5 fingers make a fist, bro. 5 fingers make a fist, bro. That's your slogan, bro. Why are you coming out as a fucking butcher, dog? I mean, come on.
I need a taller hat.
Dude, I do love what you are coming out with, and the shirts and everything to come as this guy right here, all the way to this guy right here to come up with this slogan right here. A lot goes into that recipe, right? You mentioned smoking marijuana. You got this whole style going on. People like me, people like Steve totally relate to somebody like you. What went into this design? Because we are all about it.
So that was actually that was my brother's
fist fight, motherfuckers. Just for the audio listeners.
Yeah, that was my brother's doing. My brother decided he wanted to make some shirts up. And the original design was really simple. It was literally just a black shirt with white letters, and it said "Fist Fight Motherfuckers" on it, and it had an outline, just a white outline of a cupcake. And we thought it was perfect. We just thought it was beautiful. And I sent the design to a buddy of mine who designs t-shirts, and he said, it was a little plain, it was a little bland. So he came up with this new design because he wanted it to pop. So that's why it's green and sparkly and, all kinds of, fantastical looking. But the design idea was really just a simple idea that my brother had come up with at the spur of the moment thing. And the complexity of the design came from another buddy of mine, and it turned out to be a hit, man. People love them. They fly off the shelf every time I get them in.
Where can we get that? Because I really love that.
Those I order those and make those myself. So I usually buy 50 or 60 of them, and then I make a post that I've got X amount, and when they sell out, they sell out. So you just have to keep an eye out.
So I guess that the green flavor is blood, right? It's got to be the taste of blood.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, I wasn't too involved with the design process, man. So they can just You guys can assume whatever you want to assume about that.
Here's what you got to do at the weigh-ins, bro. You got to actually make a green cupcake, and hand it to him. That's what you got to do. And
I don't know if he'll eat it though.
And you got to throw it on.
Because I'll put some shit in there. Like, I'm fighting you. I'll put some shit in that.
It's gonna be a fucking It's gonna be a fucking THC.
You guys, the best in the world. I need every advantage I can get.
I got some mushrooms you can put in it from.
Bro, I don't want to give him an advantage. I want to slow him down.
That's so great, man. Are you into stuff like that, like psychedelics? I know that you go on like crazy hikes like this. Where is this photo taken? I pulled this from your Instagram.
So that was a run that we did. Actually, that wasn't even a hike. We just went for a run that day. But that's a mountain that's not too far from me. It's only about 25 minutes from me, but it's called Mount Scott, and it starts at 1,000 feet, and at the top it's 2,500, and it's like 3.5 miles up, and it's a brutal fucking run, man. It's tough. But that's where that one's taken. But yeah, man, I live right off of the Wichita Mountains, so I go hiking. And the Wichita, Kansas is like quite a bit of ways away from me. I'm right on the border of Oklahoma and Texas is where I am. But this mountain range runs right next to us. And it's called.
Is there a 7 Nation Army there?
There might be.
Do you know what I'm getting to?
I know
the white stripes. The white stripes.
Yes, I'm fully aware. But there might be 7 Nations here. I'm not positive, man. but no, man, that's the mountain range that we go to, and it's a cool spot, man. Hey, bro, I'm all about the mushrooms. I'm a big fan of psychedelics, bro.
I'll eat one for you. I'm gonna eat one for Tom, and good luck.
Well, thanks, bro. I hope you enjoy your journey. That should be a nice little.
Well, I'm a gonzo.
Adventure.
I'm a gonzo journalist.
Okay, yeah. All right. What's that saying? What's that one? Fucking
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yeah, no, but it's like tune in, drop out, something like that. I don't fucking know. But it's one of Hunter's phrases. Anywho, I'm rambling. What's going on, gentlemen?
There ain't nothing wrong with that. We like to have conversations out of the norm, not to just talk about the fight game, but also get to know, the person behind it, the stories behind it, what brought you here, what's taking you on this journey, and where do you think this journey is going to take you? You hear a lot of athletes, and not just in combat. Oh boy, Eddie's going down that road.
That's old school, bro. That's way back in the day.
What happened here, bro? What happened here, brother?
What happened where? With evolution? With the panic?
Yeah.
Peace, love, and grub? What you talking about?
I don't know. I think Eddie muted himself. What are you doing over there? Yeah, he did.
I muted myself.
Yeah, I didn't mute you. You muted yourself, brother.
Bro.
Well done.
2011 Pan IBJJF Jiu-Jitsu Championship at UCI. You gave a 3. Oh, we got Eryk in there now. You gave a 3-star review back in 2000. I gotta ask, why?
I lost.
He's like, I lost. Fuck them.
I was like, fuck these guys.
Oh man,
yeah, that's all it was.
Well, because coming up, we got a good one for Eryk as well. He got a bad haircut at a place. I did some digging into his account, and he was so pissed. Look at this one. Literally the worst haircut I've ever had.
Oh, man. No.
Have you ever had a bad haircut? If I were you, bro.
Bad haircuts, man. I've had plenty of bad haircuts, but I never felt so terrible about it that I had to go on Yipe and make a review or whatever, the Yelp or whatever it is.
But what if you were about to be on the UFC or BKFC? You would kind of be like, dude.
I am on the BKFC, and even then, people, fuck my hair up. It is what it is,
Yeah.
You suck at your job. Now I know not to come back.
Now, obviously, we got a lot of combat sports going on. We got BKFC going on. You got Game Bread going on. You got UFC Fight Night going on. Who do you think is going to have everyone talking Sunday, Monday morning?
To be honest with you, man, I'm not much of a fight fan. I know that that's kind of sacrilegious coming from a professional fighter.
It's not surprising, Tom.
But,
it isn't surprising. I talked to dude. I've been doing this so long. I've had so many people come on here like I don't pay attention, man. I'm just in the gym. You know, I spend time with my family. I recover.
You
know
seem like that kind of a guy too.
I
Just
may get a chance to tune into like a teammates fight is kind of what'll get my eyes to watch combat sports. He's like, other than that, it's just in the gym, man.
Yeah, man.
It's not a surprising comment, bro.
Yeah, you know, so like as far as this weekend goes, I mean, I heard that Bellator had a pretty interesting show going on right now, so that should
right
be
now,
fun.
yeah.
But I think probably if I had to guess, man, probably tonight's BKFC card and then tomorrow's BYB card. Probably the talk of the combat.
See, I love you, Tom. You brought the BYB too because they you know what Mike is doing over there. And I think it's great. What the competition between Mike and David is not even like competing for its sake. I say what both of them are doing to grow bare knuckle boxing over the last 5, 6, 7 years. Is I think a bigger growth than we've seen in the first 10 years of Zuffa in MMA.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we couldn't ask for two better guys to be at the forefront of this charge. You know, Mike Vasquez is a great guy. I've had the pleasure of being, in his company a handful of times, and he's been nothing but genuine and fantastic to me. He's a really nice guy, and he runs a really smooth promotion over at BYB. And I've got guys that fight, I've got guys that fight for BYB. My buddy Art Parker's fighting for him tomorrow. I went out to London to corner my buddy Brandon, and some other guys, so like, I'm loyal to my company because I fight for my company, and that's the long and the short of it. I'm not trying to take money out of anybody else's pockets, and I'm certainly not going to dog another company just because I don't work for that company. They're great people that work for that company. They've got a great team. They've got a great crew, and they're doing great things, as far as they're concerned. And we're also doing great things as far as BKFC is concerned. So like I said, as far as having two guys that, the head of this, really.
I mean, I think the more interesting thing about it is how close they are.
The best two guys.
I think that's the only thing that is really the craziest thing about it is how close, BKFC headquarters is to where BYB is. That's probably the craziest thing when you look at, like when you look at promoting, I guess, in that sense of being.
Yeah, I'm sure one, it's very difficult to cross promote. Well, I shouldn't say cross promote, but to
actually, I would love in 5 years or so, after both promotion kind of really gets a good grip on not only sanctioning, throughout the United States and internationally, but both grow the roster to a point where we could see a cross promotional thing where we could see like a end of year tournament where you have X amount of weight classes that'll compete on a card, and both promotions will have
BKFC is doing.
See who's the best bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah, I think that would be cool
that
too. To be able to get both or even all three promotions, get BKB, get BYB, and BKFC, all under. I don't want to say the same umbrella, but to cross promotion in some way, shape, or form would be nice. But I think it's difficult for them as it stands right now because bare knuckle is only legal in something like 10 or 12 states, and
that's why I was saying we have to get the sanction to a certain
point
together before we can even have that discussion. Yeah,
it's hard to be able to run shows in areas that I haven't already been polluted by a show just a couple of weeks before, so but again, maybe in a couple of years after everybody gets their fill, so to speak, and the rosters are built up pretty good, we might have a situation where we pull all the cards together and see who the best of the best is. Who knows?
Like I said, that's something I would like to see at some 5, 10 years from now, like after we.
I mean, I don't even think it needs to be that long, man. Honestly, I think maybe if the divisions start to fill out and actually get their own champions, because like in the BKFC right now, you've got two guys clogging up 4 divisions. And you've got another guy.
Yeah, I think a lot of these guys are kind of going after the model that kind of Conor McGregor and some of these other guys built over the last 10 years where you kind of, you win your belt and then, you defend it a few times and then, I'm going to go challenge the guy up or below me and I'm going to take their title. And then you, like you said, you have this situation where you can't defend both.
That's gotta be
twice in a year.
frustrating. That's
Yeah,
gotta be
you know,
so
you
frustrating.
clog the division up, you know, and it makes things difficult. But on top of that, you know, it's a if you were to fill out your roster properly and you were to broaden your division, you wouldn't have those problems and you wouldn't have guys
But it's
blowing
also a
through weight
problem that
classes.
is also erupting because we are still in a young infancy stage when we're talking about what bare knuckle boxing is as a whole.
Well, yes, but I mean, I don't want to talk poorly about anybody, but a lot of it comes down to matchmaking and marketing.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. They're putting all their
that's
they're
fair.
putting
Can
all-
I say something? Can I say
Absolutely,
something?
go ahead, brother.
This week, I even messaged you, Steve. The last 4 days, every time I was on YouTube, all I saw was BKFC 33 promotions. Every ad I had was BKFC 33 promotions. Not just my computer down here, because you could say the algorithm, but also upstairs on the TV for the roommates.
But to another point, another side of that, Eddie, I think another thing that Tom is sitting there saying too is like, all right, we're looking at them promoting both a 50-year-old fighter and a 40-year-old.
No, yeah. No,
we still
I'm
have
saying
guys you need to promote to build the sport. Should you be pushing them? Absolutely, they're helping you sell tickets, pay-per-views, etc. But at the same time, these guys are going to be going in less than 2 years.
yeah.
As much as I love Joey, as much as I love Houston, it can't be realistic for these guys to be the long-term future for bare knuckle boxing. Regardless, we talking BKFC, BYB, etc. We need.
I'm on that page.
As a whole, when we're talking about building this, you need to get a hold of the younger fighters,
like we had at the website
divisions out. You
like
need
the
to do it
website
the
meeting.
right way. Go ahead, Eddie.
Like our website meeting we had last night. We got to build everybody up.
Yeah.
Just because you got a 5,000 show, what about the $100,000 or the 100,000 views? What are you gonna do for the 500 view guys? It's the same kind of conversation. But to me, if I'm an outsider,
could be the million view guy.
But wait, if I'm an outsider and I'm like, go to Belly Up Sports for this amazing show that you're familiar with, there's going to be Chuck Liddell on, or there's going to be these familiar names that you know, I'm going to probably go over there and then I'm going to see the guys,
but
you know,
here's
the promotion.
The thing, like we talk, and it's not just BKFC that does it. I complain about the bigger shows that do this, because you push the other guys at the top of the card. You do these fancy, you know, behind the scenes stuff that talks about the main event fighters, but you should also doing something behind the scenes for, you know, one or two of the undercard fighters on top of, you know, someone else on the main call.
Tom, do you think they're going to do as much promotion for you being a headliner as they did for BKFC 33?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know what all promotions they did leading up to the last one.
I'll tell you what, you deserve it.
Well, I mean, they've sent camera crews out here before, you know, and they've sent people to come out and chat shit with me, and they may do that again. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't also be surprised if, you know, if they flew me out early to do press week and stuff like that. I would expect them to, considering I'm, you know, main eventing the card.
And everybody just waits for you to fight. All my boys.
Know, and maybe, I mean, maybe that's a good thing, man. Honestly, maybe that helps kind of
build it,
prove my worth, so to speak. You know, I mean, they've got all these guys. They've got some of these girls fighting on every other fight card, and they've got some of these guys taking losses on every 3 fight cards, you know, and then you've got guys like me who people actually want to see fight, who, you know, are stuck, you know, fighting once every 6 months. But maybe it's just that. Maybe you can't put quality on every card, because then people come to expect it. And let's be honest, I'm part of a very small demographic as far as talent is concerned in this sport. There are very few
all the time too, brother.
There are very few.
There's a certain level when it comes to the top level BKFC fighters.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. It's like there are very few people who are on the same level as I am. There are very few people who can put on the performances that I can put on. So it's not only difficult to find like-minded individuals, but it's difficult to have people like that on every card. I understand that. I get that. But I think that if you're trying to build the most exciting fight promotion in the world, you should have the most exciting fighters in the world. And I'm that. So, put me on more often.
And he's not just saying it. That's not just ego, folks. I see it in my day-to-day life. People actually asking for Tom as well, which is actually insane that you've had to wait so long for this.
Yeah, it'll be 8 months between fights for this one. It was 6 months for the last one. It was 4 or 5 for the one before.
I feel bad for Luiz at this point in time. He's gonna get almost a year's worth of frustration laid out on him.
Don't feel bad for him, man. He's earned it. He's had 7 fights, and he's been blessed in his career thus far.
Well, man, I watched him fight 7 years ago live, front row. I was on press row. It was right before Justin Gaethje got signed to the UFC. I think it was 7 years ago. It was for World Series of Fighting, the rematch, Justin Gaethje's versus Palomino, and Palomino went in there heavy in the first round, and then Justin Gaethje was able to come back, get it, and then get signed to the UFC. And man, it's crazy.
And then Luiz goes on this run in the BKFC.
Yeah, man. So it's just absolutely crazy seeing BKFC. Just,
how excited are you being the main event, the last fight of the night?
I mean, it's cool. It's an honor in the sense of like, not everybody gets to be main event. A lot of fighters go their whole career and they don't get to main event. Let alone main event, the biggest show of the year against the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world. It's a huge opportunity. And it's I'm excited for it. But if I had it my way, man, we'd fight at noon. We'd get up, we'd have lunch. There would be no crowd, no cameras, no fucking nothing. We just meet in the hotel lobby and scrap it out.
Oh, you a lunchroom brawler?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, man. Let's take it back to high school. Why the hell not? Exactly.
Look at you. Look at you right there.
Let's do that.
Look at that reach. I mean, what is your reach?
Bro, I've had lunch boxes for hands since I was fucking 8 years old. Get out of here with that shit.
You got some big hands. What are you doing? Are you doing the DX thrash right there? Well, what's going on?
I don't fucking know, man. I might have been. Shit. Who knows?
How old are you right here? This is before the mustache.
Yeah, I think I was 8 or 9 years old in that picture, man. I couldn't have been.
Yeah, you see how big them hands are. Look, they're completely.
For real, bro. Look, yeah, they haven't changed much,
right,
man. Still gnarly and ugly and scary looking.
Dude, that is absolutely frightening, dude. So if you went into you went to school going 12 o'clock, guys, 12 o'clock.
Yeah, 3 o'clock. Meet me at the fucking water tower. Yeah, you better believe it.
Everyone went to school shit in their pants. Guys, 12 o'clock.
Now, believe it or not, man, I actually got bullied quite a bit when I was younger. I spent a lot of time being on the receiving end of ass whoopings before I learned how to be a tough guy.
Where did you grow up in like a rough area, or was it just everywhere is rough at that age? It doesn't matter where you fucking are.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been. It was psychologically rough. I mean, most kids.
That's the roughest.
Time in high school, but no, man, I lived in a place called Geneva, Illinois, and it is as white as Switzerland. I won't dispute it, won't deny it. I think we had three kids. I wouldn't even say black kids. I'll just say 3 kids of color, generally speaking, that went to our school. It wasn't a rough area. It wasn't an urban.
I don't think that defines like rough areas.
No,
I'm from the city.
You're right. I mean, you could be poor and white and live in a fucking rough area. I won't dispute that.
I'm from the city.
My point
and I've got fucked
these
over
were
by
very
more
well-to-do middle-class people, and it wasn't a low-income community in any way, shape, or form.
There's no such thing as a perfect community, Tom.
I'm not. That's not the argument that I'm getting into.
No, I know that's what you're trying to make.
Than necessary. All I'm saying is that these people had money, and because these people had money, you've got a lot of fucking arrogant kids. I'm sure you guys can attest that most people who come from a not so wealthy background are pretty humble and pretty nice, pretty genuine, with the exception of having to fight for things that they want. When you get kids who come from money, they're pretty arrogant, stuck up, self-centered, things like that. So growing up in coming from a trailer trash community. Quite literally, my whole family lived, well, not my whole family, but a good portion of my family lives on the same block in the same trailer park. So coming from that mentality to an upper middle class area where people had no business letting me know that I was trash, and I came from a trash area, I got picked on a lot. I got bullied a lot, all through middle school, all through high school. And then sophomore year in high school, like the summer going into my junior year, I hit a growth spurt, and I went from being 5'6" and 155 pounds to being 6 foot tall and 185 pounds. And I went on a mission to make everybody's life hell that had ever fucked with me the years previous. And I wound up getting expelled and getting arrested a whole bunch of times and putting my mother through hell. And that was why I started fighting. That was what got me into fighting was, I couldn't get arrested anymore. I couldn't get in trouble, for beating the shit out of people who bothered me. So I turned it into a career. Started training when I was 18 years old, man, and never looked back. But the moral of the whole story is, no, it wasn't like, anything catastrophic or over the top. It was a pretty typical high school career for me, in a suburban white neighborhood. I just, was just a typical angry fucking kid and beat people up for it. So that my life turned out,
Sometimes you gotta put mofos in their place, my friend.
True story. Sometimes you have to.
Does any of this come out when you're fighting unexpectedly? Like, are there moments where you kind of black out in a way?
No, I mean, I wouldn't say that I have had those moments happen where, like, when I was younger, I would get in fights and not remember what happened and shit. But no, as a professional, man, it's never anything like that. I really try to keep my emotions under control and keep things kind of limited as far as what I allow to come out. But there are times
you are very common there. I will say that.
You have to.
Well, here's one. I'm gonna throw for you a different way, Tom. Have you ever had like a Melvin Gillard moment, like you frustrated after the fight? You just weren't done, and you feel like you didn't get enough out, and just still wanted to keep going.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that people have those moments of frustration where, just like you said, they wanted to keep going or they wanted to do more, but didn't have the opportunity, so to speak. But for me, man, the biggest thing that comes up from childhood, I guess you could say, is like when people try to bully me, like when people just try to like be a bully and be a tough guy. And it's like, look, man, like we fight for a living. Like our job is to literally fist fight each other. I don't know why you're trying to punk me or why you're trying to bully me, but frankly, you're just going to piss me off. And like when those things happen, like there have been fights in the past that I'm sure you could, if you looked hard enough on YouTube, you could find where I knock some motherfuckers out and then I tear into them in the middle of the game. It's just like, you're just not
I've seen them on YouTube, bro.
Yeah, like
you got some pretty ones on there.
That shit, so that's probably the only thing that really like comes up from childhood is usually like pre-fight bullshit. People try to be tough or try to be a bully, and it's like, look, bro, I dealt with you motherfuckers from the age of 13 to the age of 33.
I still think the Julian Lane face-off one is funny because he's all acting crazy, and you're like, shoe fly.
Yeah, mask off, bro.
Julian was another one, man. He came out, calling me a shit talker and getting in my face and trying to follow me around the hotel and shit. And it's like, look, man, do you. Like, I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna smoke my cigars, I'm gonna read my book, and I'm gonna be me, So you do whatever you gotta do.
Bro, you just to end it off right here, I just want to say one thing to everybody. Over the years doing a lot of interviews, and one thing I really have come to terms with, it seems, with interviewing thousands and thousands of fighters, they're not mad at their opponents anymore. It seems like they're really mad at their promotions and organizations. They're mad at their managers, and it seems like this has really been the biggest fight out of any fighter's career. And when is that gonna really change? And I want you guys to really ask yourselves that moving forward here. And Tom, next week you got this big upcoming fight. Do you have a promotional code? What do you got here? We usually like to hand the imaginary microphone over to you guys. If you got sponsors, anything at all, what we can expect. The floor is now all yours.
Well, thank you very much. To touch on your point about frustrations with the promotional companies, no, I don't have any promotional codes or anything like that I can offer people as far as they want to buy tickets or anything. But if you, I can share a post for a referral code as far as the app
Perfect.
if you want to buy the app, but that'll come in another time. Anyway, more importantly, sponsors. Operation Reset. They are an organization that helps with veterans who have come home from the war, not the same way that they left for the war. So that's an organization that I work with. We do a lot of martial arts training, a lot of combatives training. We do canine training, stuff like that. We try to find them jobs, therapy, all that stuff. So Operation Reset, it's a great organization. Check them out, operationreset.org. Vodella, they're one of my sponsors, clothing brand. They're great. Grit mouth guards, they're fantastic. Anybody needs a mouth guard that's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, that'll protect your teeth for the rest of your life, unless your dogs get a hold of it. Grit mouth guard is the way to go.
You ain't lying. Grit's the best, my friend.
Dude,
Grit's the best.
Fantastic, absolutely.
Well, I still have one for my
really,
kids, dude. I was just using it for football. They all have these ones hanging from their face mask, and like the coach is like, "Is he good?" I'm like, "He's got a professional one in his teeth. They ain't going nowhere, brother."
Yeah. No, they work. So yeah, Grit mouth guards are fantastic. Vodella, my team here, Alpha MMA here in Lawton, Oklahoma. Ricardo Cavalcante, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's our federation. Western Avenue Combat Sports and Boxing, Oklahoma City. I do a lot of sparring and work out of them. American Elite up in Oklahoma City. I mean, shit, man. If they're in Oklahoma or Northern Texas, I've probably been with them. They've probably helped me out, and I greatly appreciate them. Anybody who's taking the time to watch this and listen to my goofy ass talk, thank you. So December 3rd, you're going to see brand new champion, baby. We're going to do it. It's gonna be glorious.
That's what I'm talking about. I can't wait. Really looking forward to not only the BKFC card, but that fight night card for the UFC looks pretty good that night as well, man. So
it's gonna be a wonderful night.
Are gonna be torn. They better be dating it with the double monitor that night.
That's the way it's gonna have to be. Absolutely, nothing wrong with that.
Oh, me and Eddie know how that goes, man. Especially me, man. I'm a combat sports guy, but I'm also a big four sports guy as well. So football, baseball, basketball, etc. I'm all over the place. So I definitely understand the concept of the double monitor.
Whoa! One more thing. How many times you fight next year? We don't want to see you on the bench. How many more times?
Well, he's gonna be a chance. So he's definitely gonna have to have some people asking to see him.
Yeah. So after I win the title, I want to defend it 3 times.
Yeah.
Next year. I'm hoping to get 4 title defenses in. I would like to get to 7-3 technically. So be 6-0 in the division. 7-0 in the division. That's where I would like to be before I think about hanging up the gloves, so to speak, hanging up the wraps. But I want to defend 3 times next year. So hopefully I'll get 3 defenses in and go from there.
Hey Tom, before we let you go, don't forget, make that cupcake, throw it right in his face, bro.
I will not be disrespectful and throw it in his face, but I might have one made for him and just offer it to him nicely.
There you go. All right, Tom, thank you so much. We'll be tuning in. God bless.
I appreciate you guys. Have a great night.
God bless.
All right. Well, everyone, that was our first guest for tonight's episode. And as we get ready to transition, let's get a quick word from our sponsor as we get ready to hop into the second hour here on Combat TV.
Welcome to Fresh Ball Fall. It's the season of pumpkin spice and making sure your crotch looks nice. That means sipping cider in a fall breeze and using Manscaped products to trim your balls with ease. That's right, today's show is brought to you by Manscaped, a company here to make sure that your foliage isn't the only thing shedding its excess leaves. Heck, even Mother Nature knows it's time to lose the excess clutter for fall. Join the 6 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping when you use the promo code BellyUpFantasy. Whether you're brand new or already with us at Manscaped, you could use the crown jewel of care for your family jewels, the Platinum Package 4.0. This glorious package, you can align your entire hygiene routine all in one swoop. Inside the 10-part Platinum Package is everything you know and love about the Performance Package, plus some shower goodies included to elevate your grooming game to platinum. You can now completely upgrade your shower routine with the Ultra Premium Body Wash and Ultra Premium 2-in-1 Shampoo and Conditioner. You'll have your skin and hair feeling hydrated and smelling fresh. Don't forget to apply their aluminum-free, ultra-premium deodorant. And don't worry, it's not pumpkin spice, it's a cologne-quality fragrance. Get the Platinum Package this fall. These products are guaranteed to be hits for your dangly bits. Go to manscaped.com to get 20% off and free shipping with the promo code BELLYUPFANTASY. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com when you use the promo code BELLYUPFANTASY. Manscaped, clear out the leaves. It's your tree trunk's time to shine.
All right, folks, we are back. And obviously, this hour is brought to you by Manscaped, guys. Make sure you guys are checking it out. Anybody who is using your code, send us some screenshots. It will get you some entries for some giveaways.
No dick pics.
We got a lot of fun stuff getting ready to come this next month. Both here on Combat Deviants with the guests and everything else we're doing, but obviously Eddie, as we were talking through the last hour, we had one of our team meetings last night, so a lot of fun stuff coming down the pipe. Work, Eddie already knows what I'm working for. I got some fun stuff outside of the combat sports world that we're going to be producing with Belly Up Sports as well. So guys, make sure not only are you checking out Combat Deviants on all your social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. But also, guys, make sure you guys are showing our love to the brother station. Guys looking over us. Mike and Blaine over there at Belly Up Sports. They're doing everything. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, but also they got the fantasy side of things. Outside of combat sports, that I think we have 15 plus shows throughout the networks, all kinds of stuff, wrestling,
Steve, I lost
rally racing. I mean, literally these guys cover everything. So if you guys not just combat sports deviants with us at combat sports connoisseurs, like me and Eddie like to say, we're absolutely when it comes to this stuff. But if you love sports in general, guys, please make sure you're heading over to Belly Up Sports. Follow, subscribe, share. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff, not only from now to the end of the year, but through the first quarter of 2023. We got
end of the year show coming up.
Combat Deviants, but as a media company as a whole, guys, make sure you guys are tuning in, supporting. We got some fun stuff coming up.
Yeah, end of the year show coming up for Belly Up Sports on all platforms that you guys can look forward to. So it's not going to be a regular show on every single platform or podcast, I would say. It's going to be a special event.
Paying attention to us, our shows knows we always do something fun at the end of the year.
Yeah. Oh man, I got something real special.
I know them guys are already working out something. Some of the stuff that I'm working on to do, on Belly Up for the end of the year should be fun.
Well, I'm going to be bringing in people from other websites.
Me and Eddie did talk about this. Moving forward into 2023, we will be doing more live reaction shows to some of your favorite combat sports events. Go ahead, Eddie. You tripping already, bro?
Yeah, the mushrooms kicking in. SOS. It's like someone saved me, bro. No, I did want to add this. I got something really special set up for the end of the year show. We got big websites joining us. I don't want to say who, but if you listen to MMA podcast, you got some big guests joining us for the end of the year show. I do want to talk about UFC, the last events, UFC.
Actually, I want to cut you off before we talk some UFC.
Dustin Poirier channel.
Obviously, Eryk's running a little late. We'll do.
Well, I wanted to get into this.
When it comes to it.
I didn't even know he was late, but
either way,
I got some news updates.
No.
What?
We got to talk AJ, brother.
Your balls are spicy.
I know that, but that just because I just had to put the ball toner on. Told you, Kimberly's not happy with them. She's still over there doing her cat gagging face. Guys, we're a barrel of laughs over here. But on a serious side of notes, 2022 has not been fair to the combat sports community. Literally, two of the absolute nicest guys outside of the octagon, the cage, the ring, however you want, outside of the gym, inside of the gym. Elias Theodro was taken from us due to cancer, and this past week, however you want to look at it, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma took Anthony Rumble Johnson away from us. And man, I just don't know how to wrap my head around this. Me and Eddie have both covered these guys on different occasions at different point in time. I was lucky enough to see him both in a fan capacity and as a media member capacity. I've seen him after terrible weight cuts, still sitting there stopping, taking pictures for fans, signing autographs. Anthony Johnson was a rare human being, both inside the cage, outside of the cage. His last fight in the UFC, when he thanked John Jones, was the one fight that we didn't get to have. The fake fight between him and John that literally had Dana White legitimately shitting a virtual brick, on the press conference stage. Anthony Johnson was not only a knockout artist, but he touched people outside of it. There's some of the stuff that, I sent you there, media members who have been able to kind of, be on a little more personal basis with Anthony. You see some of the stuff that, stuff he would do with their kids and stuff like that. Not only that, even the stuff that, BKFC president Dave Feldman was posting, him at Dave's wedding, them sitting there dancing around, doing all, Anthony Johnson was probably your favorite uncle, man. Your favorite uncle that just that probably want to be one of the top 10 fighters on the planet at the time. That's who he was, man. He was as soft as a teddy bear outside of it, but man, he literally was the embodiment of his nickname inside of it. He was a different man inside of it. I know you were trying to get some things together, didn't quite work out the way you wanted to. I know you wanted to put a tribute video together, didn't kind of work out. We'll get that up on our Combat Deviants YouTube page over the next few days. What are some of your fondest memories of AJ? I know I've been blabbing along a few minutes about it, but again, I was lucky enough to meet him, right around I think it was UFC 101. He was walking around with Punk Ass and Scrape, to tap out dudes, signing autographs, just being a goofball. And then I was also fortunate to see him at World Series of Fighting 2 with his amazing fight with Andre Arlovski. So it was just you're in one of these rare situations, and it's you gotta find the rareness. Your mic isn't connected, bro.
Why did it get mute again?
There you go.
Maybe when I
just seen the thing on, I tried to unmute it, it said can't. It's not connected. I'm like, oh man.
One of my favorite memories. It's got to be one of the last memories of it all, because it's a real conspiracy theory, and I love conspiracy theories. When Rumble Johnson went in there against DC for the second time, we were all saying, well, the first fight he tapped out, and he was beating DC. He dropped DC, if you remember. He dropped DC, and then he went in there, and then DC, he didn't even, it was like a Chael Sonnen and Anderson Silva moment, and Rumble taps, right? So he goes in there, he says, it's not going to happen again. Well, it fucking happened again. Now, for his retirement, Steve, if you guys remember, you can go back and watch this fight. Rumble Johnson's in there taking his gloves off. His team, during his retirement, leaves while Rumble Johnson is still inside there giving his retirement speech. There was something that happened there that no one has ever found out when he was giving his retirement speech between him and his team. So a lot of people say that he did it on purpose. A lot of people say that something happened between him and his team, that he didn't want to win that fight, that he was already checking out. It was one of the weirdest situations inside mixed martial arts, because leading up to that moment, Steve, he was on a 5-fight winning streak. And then, he fought so hard to get that rematch back. He's gone back and forth through weight divisions, cutting down, missing weight multiple times. And now he's finally got his glory shot and he misses weight. It was very upsetting to see, and we still had no answers for it. That was one of the weirdest situations. Rumble Johnson going in there, really crazy, seeing him and John Jones stand face to face, never get that match, and then freak Dana White out. So like you said before, even though he was a monster, he was still lighthearted. You even had some situation with the NFL as well. I don't know if you remember. He was trying to work with the NFL when he was in retirement. And then there was some BKFC talk. I don't know if you remember.
That's why he was with them. But I think that's probably around the time he was getting sick. And
because they fake announced it.
What happened?
Somebody made a fake Twitter account for BKFC and announced it, saying he was going to fight Fedor or something. That was the rumor there. Also, guys, moving on from that, let us know some of your favorite memories from Rumble Johnson at Combat Deviants on Twitter and Facebook. But I got to say this, Steve, we got a matchup coming up for UFC 284. Not only is Islam Makhachev fighting Volkanovski for the lightweight title.
We were just talking about this last week. Remember, we were talking about how much of a G Volkanovski is, right?
Such a G. I'm too fast for him, he says, against Max Holloway. Shut Max Holloway out, bro. We got Whitaker versus Costa on here now. Whitaker versus Costa. This is an insane match, and I just watched.
So, all right, so the Whitaker versus Costa. So, what does that tell you, bro? If they just announced that, right? So you're answering your own question you were about to ask me beforehand. You answered your own question. They already know what that means.
What do you want?
We're good. We're getting Izzy and Peralta again, and as it should. There should be. If you're the reigning champion and you've been a long time reigning champion and you're winning the fight, not a back and forth fight, you're winning the fight on all the judges' scorecard going into the last round and you get stopped. There's no reason why we don't see Leo and Usman go at it again, and there's no reason why we shouldn't see these two go at it again.
Man, Sean Strickland is just sitting back going, I want my rematch. That's what he's saying, bro. Sean Strickland sitting there pissed the fuck off, bro. He's like, bro, I'm 25-3. I don't get my rematch. This motherfucker's 5-1. What the fuck? Now he's 6-1, bro. He's got 7 fights in MMA. You better fucking run that back for Israel Adesanya. You better run that fucking fight back, because how far is he going to get when a real fucking wrestler gets in there, Steve? When a real wrestler
that one.
How is he going to do against Costa? How will Alex do against Costa? Not fucking well, bro. He better hope he goes in there.
I mean, Izzy attempted his first takedown in the UFC against this dude. So what does that tell you?
What does that tell you? Exactly. It says everything, bro. Somebody coming from City Kickboxing.
Paul Acosta's gonna do. Paul Acosta's gonna he's gonna be on him like a freaking Brazilian spider, man.
Bro, somebody that came from City Kickboxing threw a takedown on you. I mean, what about Jared Cannonier? When Jared Cannonier gets in there, what about Marvin Vittori? What about Derek Brunson getting in there? You know, like you got all these guys. You got Paulo Costa. What about, Kelvin Gastelum? How would he do against Kelvin Gastelum? That would be an interesting fight. I'd say his easiest fight would be Izzy. What do you have to say to that? I want to see him face a wrestler. If you are the champion, you need to face all. I feel like he was fast-tracked to the championship. That's what happened there.
Well,
Because
to beat
the
Izzy, and they
excitement.
were looking for fights to keep Izzy, special active.
Well, what about Cannonier? What about Brunson? These are wrestlers. They're going to keep him away from those motherfuckers. That's what's going to happen. They're going to rebook this fight against Izzy. You're 100% right on that.
And nothing else makes sense, man. There's nothing else that should even be discussed.
Well, here's what's being discussed, Steve. KC, our boy KC, Khamzat Chimaev is saying, Alex, come against me. He's saying an early call out. He's saying Alex's size going up against him. No, boring you? You don't want that fight.
I mean, dude, like, is that gonna be the thing now? Like because Alex got the fight that we're just gonna see.
You're saying the ref. It's on the ref. You're with everyone else saying that, oh, the ref called it too soon.
No, why would I sit there and say that?
That's what everyone's saying. The ref called it too soon. Motherfuckers, he was looking down.
Dude,
he was knocked out.
Am I one for making excuses?
Never.
No, I already told you, man. Like you get in a fight like that, Izzy, you get you're fighting a guy that's already beaten you in that way. Should have never even. As soon as you started getting cracked like that, tell me why are you desperately trying to get that dude on his back?
He got cocky in that fight, bro. Did you not see signs of Anderson Silva in there in the late 5th round?
Like I hear you, but
backing up against
I don't
the cage.
think Well, I guess we'll see what happens the next time. That's what everyone sit there said. What happened with Juliana Pena and Amanda Nunes the first time, and then Amanda goes back out the second time, and plays with her and has a dominant decision win. So we'll see if that one gets a chance to run back. I think that's a legitimate trilogy that Amanda should entertain before walking away.
I think Amanda would destroy her again.
Even if so, but then it's an emphatic that she isn't the GOAT, and people need to leave Amanda alone and let her walk off into the sunset, because at that point in time there is no one left to sit there and say that they're better than Amanda Nunes.
Well, here's what I'm saying: 23 minutes, Israel Adesanya was winning that fight. 23 minutes. You gotta throw for the rematch. I think you're right on that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if you're a title holder and
I'm going to take a shot to that.
You get knocked out in the first minute.
Yeah.
Like you get knocked
with Charles.
Then you need to go.
Yeah, like Charles.
But
choked out.
But when you get one of these situations when you're winning more than 95% of the fight, it hurts. It hurts.
Israel deserves it. And Israel even said, I will take it. If he wants to fight somebody else and loses the belt, I still want that fight. So what does that say to you, Steve? That's something that really bothers him, that he needs to win that fight. This is a Misha Tate
He's
moment.
one of the few world champions you see they have on video sitting there in between rounds telling himself that he's ready to die. Okay? What world champion in any combat sports do you have sit there on video in between rounds talking to himself, sitting there saying, I'm ready to die?
Steve, I love that right there. I'm taking a shot to that.
I mean, come on. I mean, Izzy's a different dude. Like, yeah, I know. Like, people aren't
who else says I'm fucking ready to die?
I agree. Like, he may be not quite on the level of Anderson Silva on certain levels, but Anderson Silva is not on quite on some of the levels that Israel is. Stop trying to compare everyone to someone in our combat sports past. We are still too young of a sport to play that game. When we look back at this, there's going to be so many different aspects to the errors when we have to break this down. It's like when we go back and you're scrolling around social media this week, and I'm watching, Miss Shields, the
I'm the best in the world.
The self-proclaimed women's boxing GOAT basically put herself in the top 3 all time with Floyd Mayweather and Muhammad Ali as far as boxing greatness goes.
Sit on it, bitch.
Get
humble. Sit
I
down.
love her to death.
Be humble.
I think
Sit
she's in
down.
an era in boxing where she can't really say that about herself because the quality opponents that so many
You're
different
in
other
an
people
era
have
of
fought.
boxing where Jake Paul is the best in the world.
Wait, what?
You're in an era of boxing where people will say Jake Paul's the best in the world. So sit down.
Okay, I got you.
Like where
many
does
boxers
that
have you
really
fought?
go?
How many boxers did he fought? Please tell me.
None.
Okay.
None.
So that doesn't make him the best boxer
Which makes
in the world
Clarissa
right now.
not the
That
best
makes him
boxer in the world either.
the best old man beater of MMA fighters.
That's what we say in the hood. You got robbed by an old man.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
So you're saying Clarissa on this one, she's just riding a
Clarissa,
horse.
I guess somebody had answered the question. Like, I guess her top. You know, obviously and this is the list that's been going around. Everyone has, you know, their goats. We were sitting there saying, your Mount Rushmore of combat sports.
Everyone paints the picture.
So everyone hate. You know, obviously we destroyed Daniel Cormier over his list a few weeks ago. For legitimate reasons, because he's homering out, putting Khabib very high up on that list.
Very high. Was he in the hot tub with him too?
No, maybe that's why he had.
Instead of the Mount Rushmore, the Khabib's hot tub
He's
list.
got to fade back, man. You know, if Khabib gives him some time in the hot tub, I mean, I don't know. I'm going to put him on.
He wasn't listening to Mount Rushmore. He was listening to the hot tub list. That's what he was.
He must have been going in the hot tub time machine with the list he came out with, or something. Man, I don't know. I don't know. Listen, I know it's DC's list, man, but he did homer out on it. That's all I gotta say. You can say what you want. PC. Getting back to what Clarissa was sitting there saying, her top 3 boxing is Floyd, Ali, and herself.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, you got Rocky Marciano, you got Sugar Ray Robinson. I mean, you got Roy
Jake
Jones
Paul.
Jr. I mean, there's some names on that list that I have to put before you. I mean, as far as within the last 10 years, are you one of the top 5? More than likely, yes.
Who's another good female boxer out there?
That's the thing. Here's where we have the problem. She has collected all these belts and things of that nature. And honestly, everyone I totally agree with her. Everyone
who is that girl that fought for
her losing to Miss Marshall her last
Who's
fight.
the girl that fought for Bellator though? That was a boxer. Heather Hardy. How was she?
Okay, but she's not one of the best in the world, and she hasn't boxed in I don't know how long.
Okay. What about the girl we started interviewing and then she thought I was racist? What about that girl?
What?
What about the girl that we had on as a host?
Oh, you're talking about Parker, but
thought I was racist because I was like, wow,
you're way above that.
Very well.
Huh?
I was like, wow, you're really good at being a journalist. And
I don't know where
people.
she came up with that.
And
I don't
she
even
was
know
like,
why
you're
you
fucking racist, bro. I was like, whoa, I'm not racist. I'm just complimenting you. That's all.
Like I said, you don't need to bring up dirt that don't even.
Well, let me tell you this. I gave her best boxer of the year. So Clarissa Shields, fuck off on that. How about that?
But yeah, I mean, I think that's Clarissa's biggest problem is you look at all those other guys that you're referring to. First off, they're guys. First off, second off, the laundry list
hold
of
on.
Most
are the boxing rules the same in men's and female boxing? Yes. No, they are. They are.
Just brought up another home run, Eddie.
Oh no, that's right. That's right. They're only the same in mixed martial arts.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly, and that's the
only
main
the same
difference
in mixed martial arts.
When we have these conversations is the reason why the women in MMA get brought up with the men is the fact that there is no difference. They fight the same minutes, the same rules, etc. When we talk about women's boxing
or volleyball
rules, it's different minutes, it's different rounds.
Basketball, anything. Only in mixed martial arts is the same rules.
So that's the only time that I consider you could put them on the same list.
I agree.
Me and you've been doing this a long time, and you know I'm very big proponent of giving women's combat sports, boxing, etc. the love it deserves. But I feel here Claressa is way stretching, but at the same time, I get it. I would be saying the same thing if I was her. Like as much as I'm knocking DC for his, like, I'm not gonna knock Claressa for
enjoy your moment.
Because I would be doing the same thing if I'm in her. You're in a position where all the cameras on you. Everyone that's looking to you. You're the superstar for women's boxing.
And by the way, I'm gonna double up my OnlyFans.
She has to be the bravado champion, the over super confident champion. That's fine. That's who she's supposed to be. I have no problem with her doing it. I'm still gonna sit there and say you're not top 5 on mine.
Yeah, Steve.
You're not even top 10. In the last 5 years, she is absolutely one of the top 5 boxers in the world right now. Yes, men or women, all aside. Claressa is there. But we're talking all time. She's not in my top 10. I'm sorry.
Steve! Yes.
I'm sorry. Bro. I love her. Don't get you know how much I love women's women's MMA, etc. She is not top 10 all time. I'm sorry.
Bro, what am I at Disney World? I'm cheesing from cheek to cheek right now. Holy shit. You nailed that one, bro. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Bro, you just punished her on that.
I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to.
You just punished her, bro.
She is without a doubt, with no.
Bro, you just walked in the room and punished her.
Right now, but she is not top 3 anything.
Bro, you opened her bedroom door, stomped in, and punished her, bro. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Dog.
That being said, again,
Claressa Shields,
like I said, is one of the best female
bro. Come step in Philly, bro.
You know what I would actually really love.
We roll hard in Philly, bro.
We always talk about these what if fights, super fights, whatever. Her and Lita Ali would have been.
Here's why Eryk's not here. You was going hard. You was going hard on Eryk's opponent. That's why Eryk's not here, bro. You was going hard on that Philly shit, bro. That's why you was Meek Millen on that Philly shit, bro. That's what was going on, dog. You want Meek Mill on that Philly opponent shit, dog. You went in on the ops, dog. Steve went in on the ops.
I gotta give Eddie a breather here. He's in such shock after my rant. We're gonna have to take a quick commercial break. Let's talk to these true teas real fast.
Oh man.
Football is back, baby, and our new sponsor, True Classic, wants you to look and feel your best even after a couple of brewskis or going full force on your fantasy football draft. Sure, it's football season, but it's also butt-to-couch season. Luckily, True Classic has the absolute best-fitting clothing a man can buy. Snug in the arms and chest with a little extra space in the torso, their t-shirts are designed to keep you cozy and highlight your best assets no matter what you're up to. So if your special someone is upset that you're watching football all day, at least you can look good doing it. True Classic has already helped over 2 million men find the perfect fit at an affordable price. Our listeners get access to the best deal they offer. For a limited time only, get 25% off with the promo code BELLYUPFANTASY at TrueClassic.com. Almost all men's t-shirts are designed to look good on skinny models with six-packs, but most of us aren't packing anything but a few beers. Fellas, you are wearing the wrong clothes. True Classic tees taper off towards the bottom, but they fit tighter around the chest and shoulders. It's time to highlight your best attributes with a t-shirt you can always confidently throw on. It's about time to get your fit together, so upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic and get 25% off at TrueClassic.com with promo code BELLYUPFANTASY. Free shipping included on purchases over $100. That's 25% off at TrueClassic.com with the promo code BELLYUPFANTASY. If there's one bet you should make this football season, it's on True Classic. True Classic, look good, feel good.
All right, fam. That was True Classic Tees. Make sure you guys are using that code. Get some nice firm fitting tees for your plus size guys. And getting into this last
I got a nice plus size guy I want to fit.
Last segment, obviously, we're gonna be talking UFC
Hey guys,
Fight Night.
Steve, hold on. All of our listeners are guys. First off, hey guys, if you got a big gentleman that you want to fit some pajamas on, use this promo code. What the fuck? No, hey guys, if you're that gentleman that's exercise, use this promo code. That's what it should have said, bro. These mushrooms are kicking in, bro. Pretty heavy right now.
Well, good thing we only got.
I need some pajamas.
15 minutes left, and then we're
bro. I'm gonna go live after that.
Last segment. Let's home
no.
stretch,
I got
bro.
some
Home
shit.
stretch.
I got some. Steve, you've been killing it all night, dude. This is my favorite podcast of all time right now. All right, so Hudo is returning allegedly on the list, and we're all gonna roll our eyes to this.
Triple C's been doing a whole lot of talking since he retired. It's like why did you retire, dude? Like really?
So
like the whole time he's been retired, he's been trying to keep himself in the spotlight for whatever reason. It's like he wanted to leave, but he didn't want to leave. Then he's been upset at every single person that either fought for the title or has been the champion since he left in either one of the divisions. Like, what's Henry's deal, dude? Is he finally gonna fight Aljamain?
no, he wants to fight the Island Boys, aka Sugar Sean O'Malley. He said in a recent interview,
fight the actual Island Boys because
that's his content, right?
Alone, man.
That's his content. So in a recent interview with Michael Bisping, he said against Vera, I will destroy him. That's easy money. Against Sugar, the third Island Boy, that's easy money. But then Bisping, and I love Bisping for this, Steve. He says, well, what about Islam? And he stutters here. He freaks out and says, well, that's not my division. I'm really focusing on this. And Bisping comes back with saying, well, Volkanovski's going to be fighting for that. Why not you? So, Steve, why does he freak out about this situation? Does he think he's not confident about fighting Islam?
Listen.
These are two wrestlers.
Game is. He is a
two
very,
grapplers.
Very high level wrestler, right?
Thank you.
Now,
American versus what?
Is he
Russian?
fighting? Is he fighting another wrestler? No, he's not fighting another wrestler.
Thank you, Steve.
Like if you really think about it, like when we talk about what a lot of these Dagestan fighters are, it's basically what
Got it.
Russian judo is basically what we're talking about at the end of the day.
Dagestan versus USA, bro. That's what the people want.
When we break it down, like I like the style. I've always said it. Like when you look at the style matchup,
you ain't getting it with the Island
Ronda
Boys.
so good. If she had other parts of her game, she would have been utterly unstoppable. But all she did was just strictly competition judo. Where what these guys have been doing over the last 10, 15 years is next level, right? We can agree upon that, right?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
We can agree upon that. They are making things very, very difficult for anyone that is not inside of what they've been doing over that period of time.
Kyle Snyder.
Think over the next handful of years, they are going to make a more than nice run here in the UFC and what other promotions you happen to see these guys in. They are next level grappling, top level gas tanks when it comes to cardio. The only thing you have to question about is can they strike? And for the most part of it, because of their style and the pressure they put on these guys, it's not even really a question can they strike, as if you can hit them.
Oh, you're not seeing my screen. You're not even seeing my screen, bro.
Your screen isn't on. You did something. What are you doing now?
Here we go. Can you see it now?
All right, I see something now. It's mini.
It's mini.
It's real small, dude. I don't know what you did to it.
Oh, here, check it.
Yeah, pull it back out and then kick me out. There you go. There you go.
Check it. Look at this shit, bro. Look at these guys. We got people like Kyle Snyder.
Saying. So we're talking about Henry Cejudo, who's a world-class wrestler, but like what these guys have been doing over in Dagestan and Russia, like I already said, like what they're doing is next level. It's what the Khabibs of the world have been doing. Like you see what they've been able to accomplish. And listen, man, like I think it's going to be really close, man. You don't how many world class wrestlers you see in the UFC right now?
Not like we did back in the day when we had people like, here's the thing. A lot of us
wrestler is Jordan Burgos, and he's not in the MMA, is he? Okay, gotcha.
Kyle Snyder's not either. It's crazy
because, and that's what I'm sitting there saying. So,
and what happened?
Right, and then you look at the guys 10 years ago with the Brock Lesnar's of the
they
world,
fell in love with their striking back in the day. People like Johnny Hendricks, people like, even we had, Robbie Lawler, people like.
Robbie Lawler wasn't even a wrestler, dude. He was just like one of those brawlers that worked with all those wrestlers.
A lot of these guys fell in love with their striking over the years, and it's, Tyron Woodley. That's who I was going for.
He said, me and you already talked about this. If after that loss that Ronda Rousey was completely take some time away, take a year and a half off, and somebody just left her. With 3 or 4 elite level female boxers, and just left them all on a deserted island for a year and a half, and said we're just drop supplies off for food and everything else, and not let her leave that island for 2 years until she became a boxer. And then imagine that person going back out there. I'm just sitting there saying, because the level of her grappling and her judo was no one was even near it. Have we even seen a female grappler to that point? I mean,
go in there and finish fights in 11 seconds and shit like that. Look, I type in best Dagestan wrestlers.
Yeah, we definitely have to talk about Aaron Blanchfield from this past week from the pay-per-view view, where we were talking about the dethroning of the champion. We've seen Carla Esparza, take her first L. Big shout out to our boy Andre Petrovsky. Keeping the undefeated streak going, but her submission win over Molly Meatball was flawless, brother.
Look at that,
flawless.
Molly did not expect that coming, man. I mean, a beautiful fucking look at that. Molly had no idea that was coming. Did you expect that was coming,
it's
Steve?
Fair to say that now
what an upset, bro.
Aaron and our previous guest from a few weeks ago, Miss Miranda Maverick next, correct?
Yes. We saw that. Fight, right? We saw that, right? Miranda Maverick going in against Molly has to be set up. You can't pull that away from me at this point.
Well, no, she's winning. Molly ain't getting that fight now. It should be Aaron and Miss Maverick, dude. Come on.
See, if I'm the manager, though, I want an easier fight. And if I'm also Molly's manager, I would take that.
I guarantee you, Lamont is not taking that. After he's seen that fight, he was like, "Give me Blanchfield."
I think it would be a better time to set up Molly versus Maverick,
man.
Because now Molly has something to
shoulders for a few weeks. Should be all right.
Molly has something to prove. And Maverick is on a rampage.
She has to climb back up the rank, and she got knocked down.
This is a misfit.
She's below where Miranda is right now.
Oh, Miranda's on a misfit tear then. I had to do that. I had to do it. She's too good now, Steve. She's too good now. That's so evil. Evil Eddie, everybody. Evil Eddie.
Yeah, don't mind evil.
All right, I got another one. Derek Lewis has been banned from Instagram, Steve.
Why? His balls
what does it take? Yeah, balls too hot. Sponsored from
his balls were too hot, right?
Sponsored from Manscaped right there. That was my segue.
Was he being too saucy with his Manscaped ads?
Too spicy balls. Yeah, that was my segue earlier. But Steve, I've been banned before, right? I got banned from Instagram. I got banned from Facebook. I lost about 8,000 followers on my Instagram, right? Because of the repost app. This was about 2017.
I remember that, dude. People used to get so mad at me.
It's
like, yo, your Facebook, man, it's driving me nuts.
Dude, it's insane because
follow me. I don't know what to tell you.
Instagram, they took away my Instagram. I had about 8,000 followers. All my work, all my hard dedication taken away. But Lewis, he's posting like actual violent things. What I was posting was from the repost app, from other accounts to promote other accounts. So say, for instance, from Belly Up, I would repost something and they would be like, oh, this is copyright. This is my post. I would get in trouble for it. instead of them realizing, oh, I'm promoting you. Do you get what I'm saying? So in this case, Derek Lewis has been posting some violent shit and gets banned from Instagram. Now, Derek Lewis is one of the fan favorites for social media. He's been nominated for fan favorite social media accounts as well. Have you been a fan of Derek Lewis social media? I'm sure you have. Does this make an impact on his career now that he's at the dead end of it, especially if he loses the 4th fight on his contract here, Steve?
Well, Derek absolutely looks in way, way better shape for this fight. We can honestly say that. Obviously, the MMA gods have not been fair to Derek. We were talking, right before this recent losing streak he was on about, he was getting real close to getting to a title fight, and the MMA gods just, let's
yeah.
Drop 2 lightning bolts down on him, and he's on a losing streak. Just like kind of what's happened to Joey Beltran, leading up to his main event fight tonight with Houston. He was, I think, his run when he first got to BKFC, I think he was like on a 5-fight winning streak before he took his first loss. Then bang, couple in a row. Rough time for Mr. Beltran. So it's rough when that happens. We know how it goes in the combat sports world. You can be riding high as high, and then next thing you know, bang! The MMA world just says, "Yeah, that's enough of that for you." It just happens. Like Chuck Liddell's run. He was riding the highs of highs, and next thing you know, they
out of nowhere.
UFC buys Pride FC. They give him Rampage Jackson, and it's all over. No one even remembered Chuck Liddell existed. That's the way the highs and lows of combat sports world goes. Just the way it goes. Well, I think this one, I think he gets back to his winning ways on this one. Maybe first, maybe second round stoppage. Not to take anything away from Spivac at all. It's just Derek Lewis is just one of those. As Tom was saying, they take some rare individuals. Well, just Derek Lewis is just one of them rare men. He probably has to be the legitimate, like not even gatekeeper, because gatekeeper is kind of like the top 10.
Dude, he beat Francis.
Like he's a legitimate contender keeper. If you could beat Derek Lewis, you can fight for a title.
I agree.
Not just like if you could stop Derek Lewis, you could fight for a title. If you get caught by one of them things and you get put away, then you shouldn't fight for a title.
And you got to look at it.
I think when you look at it, like when we talk about gatekeepers, he's not even a gatekeeper. He's like I said, he's a contender keeper.
And look at this card, though.
If this guy is ready for a contender fight, then have him fight Derek Lewis.
I think he's going to win this one.
No, so do I.
He's going to get it early on.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a stoppage either.
Because we've seen Sergey.
Did you see how he looked at weigh-ins, dude?
Well, we've seen Sergey Spivac absolutely knocked out when he's been knocked out. He's not getting backed up. He's not getting back up to his feet.
That's what I'm saying. He's already got a chick in the chin chain.
I think we're going to see a very.
And you got the guy who's the ultimate chin checker.
Yeah, we're going to see a very setback Sergey here.
Dude, it's
Derek
an
easy
Lewis
one for Derek.
and Shields Shields. Curtis Blades are one of the two guys who I think have one of those things where they get those big paws on you, and that's the end of it.
That's it, yeah. But Steve, here's the saddest thing about this card. It's going to be in the afternoon. Not only that, look at the rest of this card. We got Ion Kutalaba on here, but you got Chase Sherman. There's not really that many fights on here that you really want to pay attention to or bet on. So with this one being said, for excitement level, I give it about a 3. What are you excited about this one? Because I'm really not here.
Like I said, that's one of the questions why I was asking Tom, who did he kind of feel was going to be the event going to be speaking about that we're talking, Sunday night, Monday morning, what's going to be the water cooler talk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I agree. I think it's gonna be BKFC. Not anything against Derek or anything like that, or that it's a fight night or anything like that. You just had arguably one of your better events of the end of the year. There's always a drop off after the next one.
Well, let's see the
MMA
results.
fans know by now they got 2 more weeks before another big MMA fight when it comes to the UFC. So I think the BKFC is going to steal the thunder this weekend. What are you feeling, brother?
I don't know. Let's look at the results live right now on Google or Tapology.
I know they started off with a big knockout. I know that's for sure.
Well, just to let everybody know, our former guest here, Audra Cummings, lost in the fight. Me and Steve were watching prior to this fight, prior to going live here on the show.
Yeah, man.
And Audra obviously could not find her footing. It seemed like setting back.
Oh, listen, amazing person. It's one of the things, like we said, it takes a rare individual. She had fun.
Wasn't her night
out there. Another, she's got to see if she can jump levels, and it's really, really hard when you're in one of those situations where it's not something that you live, breathe, and die for an extended period of time. She has a lot of catching up to do. It's one of these things where, like, it's not something you can learn on the job. You know what I mean? Where MMA, like, there's like you can hide in aspects where you had deficiencies if you've turned pro a lot earlier than you were supposed to, compared to where it is where BKFC or bare knuckle boxing is right now.
However, her opponent was also a doctor, so you can also take that back.
She was cutting her up with precision, man. That's all I gotta say. Audrey knows I love her, and one of the few times you get messages after an interview.
Yeah, she was such a
definitely looking forward to having her back on in the future. Hopefully, she gets home, nothing major, and she can get back to training fairly shortly. Enjoy the holidays with her family, etc. And hopefully, maybe we'll get her involved with that end of the year show. Like I said, we got a lot of fun stuff playing. Me and Eddie want to do some more live reaction type stuff. We're gonna pick out something where we'll do a live show. We'll have like me, Eddie, maybe another media member or two. Definitely,
yeah, I can get that.
We're definitely gonna bring an athlete on.
So check this out. We got on this card. For Tapology, they're not updating it like they're giving love to the other cards that they pay these people so well for. I wonder what's going on at Tapology to not update. It just seems like there's a lot of lazy people out there, Steve. I would love the opportunity.
Listen, we've seen it all the time doing these
Very
things.
Sad.
SureDog used to be the place to go to.
They blocked me, by the way.
Then 6-7 years ago, they're like, oh, SureDog's done, especially when Jeff sold the company, and it really wasn't
Jeff Sherwood, bro. Jeff Sherwood.
So
OG shit, bro. OG shit. Right
yeah,
there.
Right. Yeah, unless you know, you don't know, right?
That's some real OG shit.
So then over the last handful of years, it's been Tapology, but then even they've fallen off on the last handful. Don't matter where you go. You check BoxRec for boxers. When we had Keila Karuni on,
where's the love?
Like, yeah, it's missing like 5 fights, dude.
Where's the love, right? Where's the fucking love, man?
Here's the thing. We're trying to do our little thing to kind of grow combat sports, and even the people who cover it on a daily basis can't even get stuff right.
It's crazy.
Like, it doesn't matter if you go to MMA Junkie and you go on their event list, like they're probably one of the closest ones to it, and that's just MMA Junkie. When they're not supposed to really cover outside MMA. So when it comes to it, you can't find everything there. When it comes to, all right, we want to find out what's going. We were just talking. Doing a lot of bare knuckle boxing fighters on here, so you have to go to a whole different place for that, and technically that means we have to go back to Tapology, which we know isn't 100% efficient.
Let me end the show with this here, Steve. You guys want some of the best knowledge in the world? You're not gonna get it from a www. You're gonna get it organically. Going to a place like Reddit, you're going to find the best journalists in the world who don't consider themselves journalists. You're going to find some of the best podcasters in the world who don't realize that they're journalists. the new world, journalists are podcasters that don't consider themselves journalists. The best journalists in the world are on Reddit organically. You're not going to find them at these big organizations like Bloody Elbow. Go to Reddit, go to Twitter, go to Instagram, go to Facebook. You are going to find some of the best journalism you've ever found in your entire life, not under a paywall, not under any type of slavery, being told you can't do this, you can't do that. You're going to find it organically on places like Reddit. You're going to find it on Facebook. You're going to find it on Twitter. You're going to find it on podcasts, especially. You're not going to find it on Bloody Elbow. You're not going to find it on these huge websites.
Are you ready?
I'm telling you right now.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Because we're ready.
Are we ready or what?
We're ready for Mr. Anders because he just got in from training.
Oh shit, dude. I'm ready for it. Let's play an ad.
He should be popping up here in a second. So
play me an ad. Play me an ad, boy. Play me an ad. Dance for me, bro.
You want to get back to
yeah, bro. Make them Manscaped boys dance for me, though.
You want to listen to Manscaped again? Okay, so as we get ready to bring Eryk on here, guys, a quick word from our sponsor, and obviously this interview will be brought to you by Manscaped.
Welcome to Fresh Ball Fall. It's the season of pumpkin spice and making sure your crotch looks nice. That means sipping cider in a fall breeze and using Manscaped products to trim your balls with ease. That's right, today's show is brought to you by Manscaped, a company here to make sure that your foliage isn't the only thing shedding its excess leaves. Heck, even Mother Nature knows it's time to lose the excess clutter for fall. Join the 6 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping when you use the promo code BELLYUPFANTASY. Whether you're brand new or already with us at Manscaped, you can use the crown jewel of care for your family jewels, the Platinum Package 4.0. This glorious package, you can align your entire hygiene routine all in one swoop. Inside the 10-part Platinum Package is everything you know and love about the Performance Package, plus some shower goodies included to elevate your grooming game to platinum. You can now completely upgrade your shower routine with the Ultra Premium Body Wash and Ultra Premium 2-in-1 Shampoo and Conditioner. You'll have your skin and hair feeling hydrated and smelling fresh. Don't forget to apply their aluminum-free Ultra Premium deodorant. And don't worry, it's not pumpkin spice, it's a cologne-quality fragrance. Get the Platinum Package this fall. These products are guaranteed to be hits for your dangly bits. Go to manscaped.com and get 20% off and free shipping with the promo code BELLYUPFANTASY. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com when you use the promo code BELLYUPFANTASY. Manscaped, clear out the leaves. It's your tree trunk's time to shine.
All right, fam, we are back, and we are going to be joined by our final guest of the evening, the one and only, your boy, Mr. Eryk Anders. How you doing this afternoon? How was training, my friend?
Man, it's going really well, man. Thank you guys for having me.
It's always a pleasure. Definitely want to check in with you for this one. Big one coming up here. You got UFC Fight Night, December 3rd. You got Mr. Kyle Daukas, another
what up?
Young middleweight contender. You're getting thrown up there against for. Eddie was using the term. Some of you guys are being thrown to the wolves lately. Do you feel UFC's been kind of doing that, throwing some of the veterans to the wolves, so to speak, or do you kind of feel like the matchups kind of make sense?
I mean, there has to be a changing of the guard at some point, especially if you think about this Frankie Edgar fight. Frankie Edgar asked for that fight. So that wasn't even
Frankie's a different animal. He really is, man. He never wants an easy fight ever.
What up, Eryk?
Yeah, so he didn't even.
What's up, Eryk?
What? Yeah, sorry, the phone froze for a second.
What's up, Eryk? Steve Letty. I haven't seen you in a minute, bro.
You doing all right?
I'm doing good, bro. I texted you when you got in the fucking chainsaw accident, dude. You're like, bro, it's not a thing. I texted you and you were like, dude, I'm chilling, dude. I was like, dude, you're insane, bro. What the fuck happened, dude? What were you doing to get sliced?
Had a little accident with a chainsaw and it like bounced off my foot. But luckily, like the nose of the chainsaw like hit the ground first and then kind of fell. And it wasn't like the tip, so I probably wouldn't have any toes if it was.
No, lucky for the chainsaw, you said, bro.
Yeah.
Yo,
yeah, also, won at 10-9.
Also, bro, I gotta say, man, I realized something I didn't know about you. You've been on my show Pure Evil MMA a couple of times over the last. I've been doing it for 10 years. You've been on my show twice. Once before Lyoto Machida, once before Elias Theodoro. We also just lost Rumble Johnson. I just want to touch really quick before we move forward. You being an opponent to Elias, if you have any fond memories of Elias, because he was such an amazing soul, a huge advocate for THC use. We don't have any lifetime bans anymore. I think it's a huge thing for mixed martial arts. You being an opponent towards him, I feel like is a good segue for you to say something nice right here.
Yeah, dude, he was a phenomenal fighter, a kind soul. I think he went like 13-2 or 13-3 in the UFC or some crazy number like that, so skilled fighter, knew how to win fights, and we lost a good one with him.
Well, I know this, man. You don't usually give bad reviews, but when you do, it usually has to be something with your hair, bro.
Man, here we go.
What's up with this? I see a bad review we got here for the people listening to the audio podcast from Great Clips in Alabama. Literally the worst haircut I've ever had. My hairline is uneven and non-symmetrical at all. What happened here, bro? How'd they mess it up for you?
Yeah, I don't remember why I went to Great Clips, but I'm sure there was a reason. And I got a Great Clips haircut, so I don't know why I was surprised, and I don't even know why I was that desperate for a haircut to even go into Great Clips instead of like a real barbershop.
Oh man,
yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm sure like for me to do that, that's probably the only review I've ever left in my life.
You went in there like, guys, I got to be on Rogan in the morning. I need a good haircut. I'm going to talk about my life, what I've been through. Don't mess this up. I know this was a long time ago from 2018, but this is kind of a little segue on you being on Rogan and me tripping on mushrooms right now. So, don't mess the haircut up, going on Rogan. I want to know what it was like to prepare for something like that, and then know what you're going to talk about, what you're not going to talk about, and then kind of open the gate up for, this is my life. I'm going to talk about whatever.
Yeah, I really didn't prepare for it. Just kind of like it's super, like he makes you super comfortable. So he's like super easy to talk to and whatnot. So man, just sat down and, talked to him for about a good hour before we even got on the show. And then he just kind of, turns it on and, so you're already comfortable with him. You already talked to him, hung out with him a little bit, and yeah, he just hits play.
So he hit play and he was like, how the fuck do you make weight? Like, did he prepare you for any of the questions or just blindfolded?
No, he just went in there freestyle. Yeah, super genuine conversation.
How did it get to, I've licked the toad, bro? How did it get to that point, man?
I've done it. He's done it, so we talked about it. And both big fans of the toad.
Can you explain what you've taken away? Because I've tripped many of times. I'm a gonzo journalist. Hunter S. Thompson, it's my inspiration. I've been doing this since I was 7 years old, doing radio and stuff. You guys have inspired me in my entire life. I dedicate my entire survival towards you guys inspiring me to show me what it's like to turn the beast on when it needs to be turned on. Can you explain to me what you've taken away that bettered your life in the long run by telling yourself, I'm going to do this if I can take something away from it? What did you take away from that experience?
I just I think there's just certain things that you are able to admit to yourself, kind of talk to yourself about, and kind of step outside the box, so to speak, and look at it from a different perspective or whatever. I guess everybody has a different experience. So, yeah.
But now when you look at somebody,
it gets a lot of layers out of the way.
yeah. But when you look at somebody like Sugar Sean O'Malley, you kind of look at him like not of a misfit, but kind of like somebody that understands a little more in a way, right? Like he kind of gets it. Like you kind of understand that?
He gets what? He gets like the marketing and like he knows how to like appeal to people. You know what I mean?
It's part of this generation. Are you realizing that? And is it kind of something for you, or is it something that takes away the love of the sport for you?
Nah, it definitely doesn't take away the love. If anything, it reignites it,
So what is it about you that ignites like your drive to fight? Because for me, when I look at it, it seems like a lot of fighters are more angry at the promotions, more angry at their managers than they are at their opponents.
I mean, I'm not mad at nobody. I signed up under, the terms and conditions against the opponent, whatever. So
you're used to it.
Yeah,
right?
It is what it is, and the motivate, like I'm a competitor. I like to compete, and I think like I'll always compete in something. Like obviously fighting at the highest level is, difficult and nobody can do it forever, but I can always do jiu-jitsu. I can always, do things like that. So,
well, you're warborn. Your whole family comes from combat, correct? You have a whole list of people in your family that have gone to war, protected our country, correct?
Yeah, two of my brothers have been in Afghanistan. My grandfather was in Korea.
Wow.
So yeah, a lot of people, I guess.
So I got to ask you this, man. Like, what does that do to kind of inspire you to live the best of your life, to make sure that you stay in the UFC as long as you can, to become champion, like to make sure that you are the best that you can be, with also looking at them and being like, do I need to dedicate this to myself? Am I selfish for dedicating this to myself? Whether should I look out for my family instead?
Well, I mean, I think you are looking out for your family. Like, yeah, and you have to be selfish, because this is my job, instead of a 9 to 5. I could be home most of the year, but for me, like I leave home to kind of get away from everything, So I have to be selfish. Everybody who it concerns knows what's up. And so, yeah, it's always imperative to go out there and get a win, because one, you lose half your money. Two, for me, I'm living out here in Arizona, so I haven't seen my kids.
Damn.
But once in 2 months. So,
wow.
It's imperative. It just kind of like validates my effort, a win does.
Sacrifice, man. Well, are you ready to go up against the Philly fans, man? Because you got Paul Felder, you got my co-host Steve here, and then, man, they are die-hard, Eryk. They are die-hard, man.
Oh, yeah, Philly fans are about as, die-hard as they get.
All right, you ready for it?
Let's go.
Oh, man, here we go. So man, listen, obviously, I got love for Kyle, but I definitely got love and respect for you. How do you feel this one's going to play out? Like I said, we're seeing it kind of change in the guard. I kind of feel like you're kind of, I guess, one of our seasoned middleweights, and Kyle's one of the kind of these upcoming guys. You feel like they're putting him in a position to kind of use your star to kind of push him up, or you feel like you're gonna extinguish this little run he's on?
Well, I don't think it's either of those things. I think it's just a fight that they put together. He's coming off a loss. I'm coming off a loss. So, yeah. I don't think that like it's like a changing of the guard or nothing like that.
Well, no, not this one, but
that.
like you said, we've been seeing a lot of it though.
Yeah, but I think that I'm definitely gonna go out there and get my hand raised. He's a tough kid, man. You can't take nothing away from him. I guess this is how people from Philly are made. He's seen him in some wars, so we seen that he could take it as well as give it.
Yeah, Kyle's a tough kid. I'm really excited for the matchup. Obviously, you were doing some grappling too in between fights last time, the last fight as well, correct? You did. Were you supposed to do? Was it the Fury grappling?
Yeah, I did. I grappled his actual. I think they're teammates now, Andre Petrosky.
Yeah. Man, Andre's a fun kid. He won last weekend, right?
Yeah, very impressively, man. He's
Philly fighters are popping out all over the place now, right?
What's that?
I said a lot of the Philly fighters are popping up all over the place in the UFC now.
Yeah, I think that.
I think we got like 6 of them now.
I
mean, all left, but I think was it Jeremiah
Wells,
Sabatini,
Petrosky, Sabatini.
Eryk, I think you won some love though. You definitely won some love being on Cobra Kai.
Oh, he's still gonna get some love from me too.
You won some love
I still got
Cobra
one more.
Kai,
I gotta
bro.
ask him something. All
right.
So, you outside of that, you've also done some other things over the past year outside of the octagon. You found yourself on the episode of Cobra Kai. How did that whole thing come about?
They're starting to film a lot of movies and shows and stuff in the South, and I was in a movie called Embattled with Steven Dorff, and the stunt coordinator became the stunt director of Cobra Kai. So, they said they needed a big, Mexican looking fella, and he threw my name in the hat.
Love it, man. So, are you a fan of the show since then? Have you been keeping up with what's going on? Or are you going to be paying attention to it at all, or is it kind of not your thing?
Yeah, me and my kids watch it. It's like the #1 show on Netflix. So it's a super popular show, and yeah. Bro,
I got to ask you, the other show that you're on. You're on another show, right?
What's that?
You're on the casting couch, bro. You know that, right? You're on the casting couch over here on OnlyFans, bro. What do you got going on there? Because we interview all the BKFC headliners. OnlyFans is a huge promotion. I'm about to try out for OnlyFans, as we heard in the last couple of interviews. I really am. I got a hog over here.
I don't think there's much of an audition. I think you just post your stuff, and whoever likes it likes it.
So what do you got going on? Like $5 a month? I mean, like what do you got? I checked in today. You checked in on weight 7 hours ago. Yesterday it said you ready for it. So if you're a fight fan, this is not all sexual stuff. You can actually keep up with your day to day.
A lot of fighters are actually turning it into.
Yeah. But that's kind of what I thought at first when they approached me. I asked them, it's like, y'all want me to like shoot pornos on this thing or what?
Yeah.
Like I've never used it.
I'm gonna cook muffins.
You can they just want content, So I'll post a lot of workout videos, things like that.
So yeah, you're making a reimagination of OnlyFans, which is what I could only pray it could be. It could be something even more for $5 a month under one banner. It could be something beautiful other than just pornography. And we're seeing a lot of mixed martial art females and males do it. I'm trying to get Blaine to my boy Blaine to do it over there. And I'm going to be trying out for it, but I'm just going to be sexual on there. Like, if you want to pay, like you gotta.
Yeah, you gotta go a free subscription because I don't pay for none of my subscriptions on TV. It's all somebody else's.
How much you making over there, though, Eryk? Come on, how much you making, bro?
I'm doing all right.
We doing all right. I love it.
Hey,
I love it.
What do you want? You don't want him to put his receipts out there. What are you doing? Trying to get it filled up.
So the UFC has no issue with it, though, right? This is like legit.
Not at all.
So you would recommend this to any fighter to do?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Was it easy to set up?
Yeah. It's if you can do Instagram and stuff like that, you could do that.
And how long did it take for you to get your first subscriber?
I don't have a time. I don't know. It wasn't long.
Was it too long?
As soon as you put on like Instagram or whatever, like people will go to it.
Mostly male or mostly female? Because I was told I was going to get a lot of male. I don't mind that. I mind how much money I'm going to make. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's definitely
Doesn't
a lot
matter.
of parents.
So, Eryk, I want to thank you so much. But before we let you go, football is in the question here. We got a lot of betting.
Eryk knew he wasn't getting
Yeah,
I know. Let us talking some football tonight. Especially with our boy Jalen Hurts balling out this year.
Yeah, man, he doing his stuff this one.
Like, all right, our tone from our conversation last year, the jump he's made from our conversation last year to this year, I don't think anyone's made that much of a jump from one year to another. He was considered maybe a top 20 quarterback last year. Without a doubt, he's playing like an elite level top 5 quarterback this year.
Yeah, you know, he's had a phenomenal year, and he's a student of the game, man. We've seen flashes of this, and he was in college, both at Alabama and even when he went to Oklahoma, he still took him to the playoffs. So, you know, he's shown that he could win, you know, under the right circumstances.
I mean, I think the other thing people are also not really paying attention to is this is his first time since he's been in high school that he's actually played in the same system for consecutive seasons. Where he didn't have to have, you know, new coach come in, new coordinator come in, bringing in a new system, bringing in a new this, that. It's the first time since he was a teenager that he has actually had consistency in, you know, that aspect of his professional career, which is also, I think, another reason I think we're seeing a large jump.
Yeah, I didn't know that. You know, that's a fun fact, and yeah, just wait to see how good he does next year.
Right, like listen, I still think they're playing with house money this year. It's really up to them how far they can go. We'll see if they make a nice January run. You know, hopefully, you know, the Philly fan in me always wants to see us playing in February as it is
Philly,
anyway.
bro.
But interesting to see how he does. Love it that they were able to match him up with his best friend, you know, AJ Brown as well, to really kind of round out that offense. It's going to be a fun time to watch what they do. But, you know, Eddie, last combat sports question before we let Eryk enjoy the rest of his evening.
Obviously, Eryk, December 3rd, going up back again, bro. What can we expect in here, man?
Man, you know, you expect me to go out there and try to finish the fight and, you know, do what I do.
All right, my real question here is, because I hate all that fucking journalist questions. I hate all the questions that you think of in your head. You just fucking throw them away. I hate all that shit. You're probably sick of them too. My real question is, bro, what fucking cologne do you wear, bro? Because I feel like you smell good.
These natural pheromones over here, man. It's just deodorant and keep it moving.
What do they say in Anchorman? It's that it's Black Panther works 90% of the time. 80% of the time or something like that. You got that rolling over there, Eryk. Eryk, I want to thank you so much for joining us here in Combat Deviance. Bro, you versus Chainsaw BKFC. That's the next one. You versus Chainsaw 2. All right, man. Last one. Any other Cobra Kai stuff or any other acting in the future?
No, not yet, but you know, hopefully that's an avenue that I'll be able to pursue.
Bro, you definitely fit it, bro. You definitely fit it, and you rock that shit.
Let's see if we can get a petition going and get Eryk and Marvel at some point in time.
Dude,
like 5 years.
Dude, Eryk as just himself though is a fucking Marvel superhero, bro.
Well, I mean, it looks like they're about to canonize like actual people in the Marvel Cinematic Universe with the Christmas special they're doing. They're gonna kidnap Kevin Bacon.
Wait. Before we let you go, Eryk, did you see our intro I made for you, dude? Hold on. Let me just play it really quick before we let you go. What the fuck is it here? Yeah, I'm out of my mind, bro. I've been on mushrooms. Bro, I love that you took the picture with Joe Rogan's fucking animal, dude.
Got to. It's a must.
That's badass. Hey, thank you so much, man. I'm putting fucking 100 down on you on that fight, man. So I'm gonna be knocking on your door, fucking replenishing you for all the money that you're winning, bro.
I appreciate it, brother.
All right.
All right,
We'll talk
Eryk,
to you soon.
best of skill, my friend. You know, definitely gotta have you back on here again afterwards, man.
Yeah, holler at me.
All right. God bless. Best
All
of
right,
skill.
Eryk, have a good one, man.
Man,
All right, everyone, that was your boy Eryk
he's
Anders.
working hard, dude. Working. You can tell how much work he
Yeah,
puts
you see
into
in
it,
his
dude.
face. That's why I wanted to get him off there. He's beat.
No, you can tell that.
He's put in a full day of work in the camp today. You can tell.
Sacrifices, man. That's what people don't understand about this thing. Whether you win or lose, these people are putting so many sacrifices into it that you don't see on the day-to-day
Well, it's
basis.
like one of these things you talk about, like the balance between, like, you know, the professional side of things, the family side of things.
You got your
They have,
brothers
like,
in war and
the
shit.
mental thing that goes on, like,
that?
people don't understand, like,
Kids at
being
home.
mentally worn down, that doesn't necessarily mean from interviews, from the camp, whatever. It could just
Here's
could
the
be just like how life itself is just freaking fucking kicking you in the dick.
And
man.
that's what I want to know about. Like, what he wasn't saying is what I want to know. What's bothering you? Like, what's really digging at you? That's what a journalist
Yeah, but
needs
it's like
to get
where
at.
you said, like it's some of the things it's hard to get out of him sometimes, especially like, you know what I mean. Like he was sitting there saying, like, he was already on there with an hour with Joe before they started talking about X.
Yeah.
So it's like it takes a while for you to get into a situation and get comfortable, things like that. We were in one of these ones where, like, you know he was already a little late from our scheduled time, which is fine.
Yeah.
You know,
He's
me and you
so-called
always paying for this as it is anyways. That's how we schedule the show. We always come up with backup ideas, topics, etc. If X, Y, and Z happen, so someone's internet goes down, we got to run do X, Y. Like we always plan for things. So it's like one of these things where, but it's like as soon as you got on, you can see it in his face, man. He's working hard this camp. I really am. Like I said, as much as I'm a hometown homer, really looking forward to this fight. Always love to watch Eryk throw down. It's going to be a
Tom
fun
too, bro.
I mean, like he said, he's one of these kids you can't look past. But like I said, like, yeah, I know, Kyle lost his last one. He lost his last one. I still kind of feel like it's one of the ones like where they were like, let's put one of the newer guys who lost against one of our seasoned guys who just recently lost, and let's see what happens there. Yeah. I don't get why you ever would want to do that, man. Like this is why like a lot of fans get hard on the UFC about their matchmaking. It's because like they make these matchups where they put these guys in the positions to either run them down or run them out.
Exactly, dude.
And that's why you see them go to other promotions and things like that. And speaking of other promotions, we were talking about Bellator
live right now.
Did you see Fedor's retirement fight? He's going back in there against Ryan Bader. That's his exit fight.
Wait, say that one more time. You cut out.
Ryan Bader, Fedor Emelianenko, retirement fight.
No, what? Just now? Bro. Just now?
Within the last 2 hours, they announced it.
Well, that's what we got to tell our listeners. I didn't see it, and our listeners didn't see it.
Know, man.
Let our listeners know. What happened?
So we're gonna wind up seeing Fedor and Ryan Bader part 2. That's what's gonna happen. That's Fedor's retirement fight. Bellator just announced it. It's going to be on, I think, CBS. So,
wow, Fedor Emelianenko, man. Remember when he got signed to Bellator? We were all like, "All right."
It was kind of what you expected. The only person he connected here in the United States with was Scott Coker.
They wanted him to go to the UFC.
That he was ever going to go anywhere else.
They wanted him to go to the UFC. They couldn't negotiate.
Why? There was nothing there for. Like, all right, listen. He is past.
They got Crow Cop right at the same time.
Certain types of fighters, he was only going to fight once or twice a year, maybe.
Well, remember they signed Crow Cop at the time they wanted to sign Fedor. They signed Vanderlei at the time that they wanted to sign Fedor, and it kept fucking falling backwards. They just did not want to sign to the UFC.
It's because they wanted X amount of money and they wanted control of it. Like he was Dana sit there and basically laid it out why it never happened. They wanted demands that the UFC
damn it, you
wasn't wanting
microphone.
to do. They wanted control of this. They wanted a piece of this.
Fucking $300 microphone.
It's one of these things where just like sometimes like the people around you don't really kind of make things work the way you need it to. It's an unfortunate.
Yeah, Dana went,
but I think another great one in the books. Tom was awesome. Eryk was awesome.
You know what wasn't awesome?
You know
what wasn't awesome though?
Miscalculated.
Whoa! You know what wasn't awesome?
What's that?
How we all have to wonder, and I want to know what you guys think on Twitter. Who Henry Cejudo is possibly going to fight if he comes back? That's what is not awesome. Not knowing if Henry Cejudo is going to fight Sugar, if he's going to fight for the championship. He definitely doesn't want to go fight Islam.
Here's the thing. He's in a unique situation because he retired as a champion, right?
Yeah, he's not going to fight Vera.
Vacated everything and everything like that.
You want him to fight the Island Boys.
It doesn't matter if he was one of the biggest draws in the UFC or not.
He lost it
in a situation where he can either remain a number one contender fight or a title fight, and no one has really anything really to say. We were just sitting there talking about people are sitting there saying, oh, well, this guy's only been in MMA a year. Why
me on BKFC
for the title? And listen, dude. There's things that happen in your division.
We know why you're gonna go to BKFC. Don't worry.
Oh man, but either way, I would say if I'm Cejudo, I'm asking either for a contender fight or the title fight at one of the places that I've already fought for the title.
Yeah, go keep sleeping with Clarissa Shields and keep dreaming, bro. Like for real, dude. Go lick another toad, bro.
All right, man. I think this puts a bow on episode number 11 here. We're at the 2 minutes and 20 minute mark.
Perfect.
2:16.
Perfect.
There you go. So Eryk, best to go to Eryk in his fight. Really, I really do hope Tom wins and takes the belt from Luiz Palomino. It's kind of been in the cards of we've seen these champions being dethroned here in combat sports at the end of 2022.
Oh, here. Bets. Derek Lewis, are you going for him or not?
I mean, of course I would go for him, but I don't know how it's the turnout on that. See, when you bet for something that's obvious like that, right?
Yeah.
How do you wind up pulling in and sit there and say this is one of the ones where you have to pull in several parlay for it to kind of pay off because it's the obvious choice there, right?
Look at this. Tapology isn't even working, dude. Tapology is down, dog, for the last 3 hours. Sad.
All right.
Silverback.
Anyways,
all right, that does it.
We should be back next week. Might have something special worked out. Might be a little staggered later in the night.
Is next week the 25th
for you guys?
Is next?
Not sure if the rest of the crew will be at PFL or not. Not sure how that's going to work out.
That's next week.
Yeah, that's next week.
Let me figure that out now. Meow.
That's next week.
Wow.
Next week.
So let me tell everybody, if it is next week and we get everything lined up, a lot of fun stuff and a lot of gonzo journalism will be going down. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, you're gonna have this degenerate running around with Carrie. Holy crap!
Yeah, with a bag of mushrooms, fucking half pound of weed. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Definitely shouldn't have said that.
You do realize you actually have to cover MMA when you're there. You can't be walking around like Hunter S. Thompson, bro.
Bro, I can't even say it on air what I've gotten in places with. I can't. I'll fuck my whole thing up.
Yeah, dude, you gotta let it go. But
yeah, I gotta put
that being said, this was fun. Number 11 in the books. Big thanks to Tom. Our
one thing,
gentleman of violence, Shoaff, Eryk, your boy Anders. Best to go to both of the gentlemen on their upcoming fights. December 3rd, BKFC 34, UFC fight night, Thompson versus Holland for Mr. Anders. Go ahead, Mr. Evil Eddie. Go.
All right. So if you guys want to see some of my delinquent things in the past, which I will not do anymore ever, now that I'm a professional journalist, go check it out on my Pure Evil MMA YouTube channel under Gonzo Vlogs, where you can see the whole adventure with me tripping on acid and mushrooms the entire fucking time. And I record the whole fucking thing on every fucking event that I've ever gone to, tripping my balls off on. Go check it out. It's fucking something else, bro. It really is, though, Steve. It really is. All right. With that being said, belly up sports, because we belly up out here. Keep the medicine rolling, people. All right. Where is it at?
Game over. Football is back, baby, and our new sponsor, True Classic, wants you to look and feel your best even after a couple of brewskis or going full force on your fantasy football draft. Sure, it's football season, but it's also butt to couch season. Luckily, True Classic has the absolute best fitting clothing a man can buy. Snug in the arms and chest with a little extra space in the torso, their t-shirts are designed to keep you cozy and highlight your best assets no matter what you're up to. So if your special someone is upset that you're watching football all day, at least you can look good doing it. True Classic has already helped over 2 million men find the perfect fit at an affordable price. Our listeners get access to the best deal they offer. For a limited time only, get 25% off with the promo code BELLYUPFANTASY at TrueClassic.com. Almost all men's t-shirts are designed to look good on skinny models with six-packs, but most of us aren't packing anything but a few beers. Fellas, you are wearing the wrong clothes. True Classic tees taper off towards the bottom, but they fit tighter around the chest and shoulders. It's time to highlight your best attributes with a t-shirt you can always confidently throw on. It's about time to get your fit together, so upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic and get 25% off at TrueClassic.com with promo code BELLYUPFANTASY. Free shipping included on purchases over $100. That's 25% off at TrueClassic.com with the promo code BELLYUPFANTASY. If there's one bet you should make this football season, it's on True Classic. True Classic, look good, feel good.